song is very chill. I like it. Morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are well. Happy Friday. It's the weekend, and it's the weekend before the holidays. Happy holidays. Yesterday, some of my Christmas presents came in for my family, so I'm excited to wrap my presents for them. I got some cool stuff for my family, and they actually said that there's some cool presents coming for me as well. I usually don't really celebrate Christmas like that much. Like we don't really do big gifts, but this year I think we got some good stuff. That's what my wife said. All right. So today I want to check out the Arcane Pro League qualifiers. If you guys don't know what the Arcane Pro League is, it's essentially a league that started last set, where in China you play in a competitive pro league week to week, and it qualifies you directly to regionals. It's like a really important league to be part of, and it's a little bit for fun because I think they invite streamers directly, but the people who aren't invited directly, they have to campaign for fan voting. And if they don't get voted in by fans, they have to play in a qualifier in order to get in. And I know that sounds like it's pretty bad for competitive integrity, because if this happened in the West, for example, the league would be basically like Soju, Emily Wang, and Robin. I guess Robin, that actually two of those three people actually qualify for this anyways. But that's basically what happens in China. The most popular streamers play against the best players. And so what we're going to watch today is the important pro qualifiers. Like, these are the players who are not popular enough by the fans to get in, but they're very good. And so we get to watch 5 games of that and see them hard sweat their way to get into the event. Wait, today's Thursday? Oh. Wait, what? Really? Hold on 1 second. Today Thursday? Today is Thursday. Oh my god. Wait, it's not even Friday. Oh, that's good, because if it was Friday, I would have to end stream early. All right. In that case, let's rewind. I'll give a speech about that tomorrow. But all right. Well, happy Thursday to anybody that maybe you know what? Some people are on 4-day work weeks, or maybe they're on 0-day work weeks. Let's just go with that. All right. So.
然后进行一个8定式的 Round 5积分赛之后，晋级的4位选手将于明天参加第2轮的票争夺战。
Okay, so the way it works for the Pro League is that it's going to be starting next week. These are the qualifiers on December 18th and 19th, which is today and tomorrow. And they're playing 5 rounds, right, to qualify for it. Then whoever qualifies will be put into groups A and B. They play over the course of multiple weeks. And based on how they do, they get seeded to regionals, which is really important. As you guys know, China regionals is like $300,000 prize pool. It's a really big deal. And if you don't do well, if you don't even get into Pro League, you can't even get a chance to it. You have to play through Super Server or some other cups. So yeah, China is basically taking TFT very seriously, and the Pro League is really important. And so yeah.
对的，我们后续整体的周赛以及复活赛决赛赛制是跟我们上一届的联赛是一样的。
How to play on 300 ping, guys? My internet at night is so fucked up. If you play on 300 ping, you just have to basically minimize your positioning and not do like you have to basically roll down a little bit earlier and stop in position. Just basically imagine you have 3 seconds less per turn. Don't try to like count down things.
是的，然后我们每一周的这个白银组和黄金组抢分
like down to the wire.
将产出联赛积分。
Points are going to be 1 to 8, or no, 1 to 9. You get 9 points for first. They're explaining. Oh, they're explaining how people got in and the format. There's a little bit of money on the line. This is like a few $1,000s. I think it's like 8 to 1, 7 to 1. These are all the players that are already in the Pro League, I believe. Which are a handful of people you might recognize. Oh no, was this? No. Actually, these are the points that they got last time. No. These are yeah. This is never mind. It's different. These are these are players who are not competing.
小断层啊，包括我们的圣毒。
Oh no, these are the players that are competing.
关少爷跳得非常多。
Oh.
然后包括
Wait, never
后面
mind.
的选手，因为我们本次联赛是一个前8可以直接进。
Okay, so some familiar faces. Like this is Kudzu, who's really good from the open. This is Shelty. This is Here We Go. This is RY. Yeah, this guy got second at set 12 worlds and also at set 10 worlds. And then in the top row, there's some other people known. G2, Shendu, or Godlike, Ahao. Let's go ahead and get to the fun part, shall we? The gameplay. Flancy's commentating. I think Flancy's probably part of Pro League. He's a popular player. Alright, let's see if we can get to the encounter in time. Oh, it's Warwick's Hunger. Alright.
相当于说每个人有一个这个战争财宝，这个海克斯。
对，所以这个城邦就是大家是不是都优先考虑打连胜？
本身现在的
Will we understand anything in these games? I hope so. I want to learn what China is playing. Maybe they'll like show us some tech.
哇，这边的话，第一只有一张炼纳塔。
Is this a qualifier? Yeah, this is a qualifier for their pro league.
这边拉克斯已经2星了，还有一个日米。
Basically, these are players who weren't popular enough. This is John Wen Yu, for example. These are players who are not popular enough to get voted in by the fans for the pro league, but they're good players. So in some ways, they might even be better than the players that you watch in the pro league, because this would be like in North America, this would be like probably like Dank Memes versus Philip versus versus I think of like other like Rainplo, like Rainplo is pretty popular, but like versus like some of the best members from the lab versus like, you know, Degree. It's like a bunch of good players who aren't like like Ripple Overdrives. Like it's like people who are like really good at the game, but not like super fan favorite content creators. Great, yeah, exactly. Like in some ways, that this would be like harder than the actual pro league. Not completely though, because it's like there's, you know, there's still like Juanmei and 60second and Flancy who are like, you know, waiting on the other side. And those are like, you know, Setsugo and Jiso. Okay, Starry Night, not today. War for the Undercity, so we got some usual suspects. One Chem Baron player, one reroll, probably Renata or Nocturne. I think China actually likes a lot of reroll Nocturne with Starry Night, but we'll see if he ends up going for that. Edge of Night, solo frontline Darius. I've been playing some solo frontline Darius at times, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to only do this to get 2 items. And Darius. Wait, you're home my keyboard. Oh, you went to Asia. I did go to Asia, but then I left. I was in Asia. I stayed for like a day. I stayed for like a day and a half, 2 days. Okay, we got Crown Guarded. Oh, interesting. Crown Guarded. And 3 not todays. We have Just Xingche, Li Tuchuan, and yeah, all took not today. 2-1. I guess they just like not today into either reroll or probably like Mbessa. Crown Guarded though. When's the last time we took Crown Guarded? It's level 5? Oh, it's Warwick's Hunger, so he's trying to like tempo. I see. So they're taking item augments to help tempo early off of Warwick's Hunger. That makes sense actually. Bro, that's like Setsuko and dish soap totally shaded milk. Oh, yeah, you know, it's hard for me to remember sometimes because Milk doesn't stream anymore. Milk doesn't stream TFT. and whenever he's on people's streams, he's getting flamed. So sometimes I kind of forget that. No, you're right. You're right. Sometimes I forget that about Milk as like a fan favorite. He's too busy farming farming chat engagement. Last Whisper, Gold Collector. Oh my. Gold Collector, Warwick's Hunger? He farmed 5 gold? He farmed 6 gold this turn? Oh my god. That is disgusting. That is usually like what, if you play like just Gold Collector, no, you might not get that much gold for like the entire stage. Oh my god. Alright, I'm really curious to see how all these tempo Edge of Night players seem to do. This person, Li Tuchuan, builds Edge of Night Vex 2, Edge of Night Rennie. What the heck? But yeah, I don't know if, like, for example, is Uria playing Violet reroll? Not sure. We'll see.
只有来头来购里面是一个法系阵容，然后但是你像第一支，他可能也是会玩皮城哨兵这种双修阵容。
That person's name is Tesla. This guy? I think this guy's Tesla, right?
加的会不会考虑去玩，比如说黑莓啊那种会好一点？
Is Tesla popular in China? There's no way. I thought the EV market is like insanely competitive in China, like to the point where there's like too many EV cars or something like that. Like China really wants to be on the cutting edge of technology. That there's like a very subtle like war going on where China wants to basically replace the US in terms of tech innovation, and I thought EV was one of them. I'm not 100% sure though. Don't take my I might sound like I'm an idiot right now. If I only like browse news briefly to just stay up to date with current events. Is on the B patch? It should be. It should be. Okay, but like being very honest though, is the B patch even that meaningfully different? I feel like the B patch just made things slightly more balanced, but like the things like there's no like new comps. I'm looking to see if there's any new comps that surface from it, but seeing EV is so bad, even seeing people don't want it. Oh, I have no idea. I was under the impression that CN is really trying hard with their EV stuff.
来到一个削弱吧，4星是削弱的，1、2星好像是不动的，3、4星削弱。
对小魏
Didn't the B patch kind of hit Violet? Oh, it did. I think the only noticeable thing is that Violet is weaker, but this guy's playing Tempo Violet, or he's playing like Edge of Night with Violet Tempo at the moment. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it might be family reroll. China also really likes Rebels. I know that for sure. Yeah, this guy is rolling for Violet. He's trying to go Star Knight Violet.
站稳玉的数量好像有一点少。
星夜的话，那可能未来的不是很多。
I mean, it's entirely possible that this tournament everyone just takes safe conservative lines because remember, there's a qualifier spot. There's qualifier spots on the line for the Pro League. So maybe people aren't gonna play the super woke stuff because like it's entirely possible these guys just hard sweat and try only safe guaranteed lines because they really want to get in the Pro League. I'm surprised Here We Go is not that popular, but I guess it's because in China, like just because you oh my oh never mind. I thought that was 6 Violets. That's 4 Violets.
想一波3星吗？忍一下。
等一下，因为没有连胜。
Going Hodge Titans. Hodge Titans Edge of Night. Not today. Seems reasonable. Okay. This guy, Uria, got to Worlds in set 10 and set 12 and got second in both. So he's probably the best player here. He's extremely good. 特斯拉也是，应该是
他递过了应该。
I wish Echo was better, but Victor just ruins him in any comp.
加海
I mean, Victor ruins a lot of things, but
魔法
yeah, Victor definitely gives some melee assassins like Echo a hard time, especially if he's squishy. We got a Renata player, we got a family player, we have a rebel player, we have Chem Barons,
这边的
we
话
got
车有
what
一
looks
个
like to
变
be
形段
emissaries.
要不要考虑哪一手呢？他哪个？不知道选的是什么，是什么装备？
想要
This guy took heroic grab bag and starry
哎
night. Oh my god.
这两波给的还蛮多的，
哇
我直接选了两个小尼口。
啊，
That is
那这
immense
有什么特别好的
tempo.
海克斯的，刚刚也没注意。
应该是
He 3-stars a bunch of stuff, but he's gonna fall off really hard without combat. This guy took
感觉就是可能
Horrible
觉得财报
Forge and took
三阶段
Sniper's
必须得
Focus,
是这个
okay.
城邦嘛，三阶段必须得赢了，
对，
然后也没有特别好的战力
Sniper's
选择直接
Focus
三星
Morello
然后
Hodge
去打钱嘛，就
Zyra
换战力了。
对，
Oh, Conquer Emblem. Okay. Okay, Conquer
这
Emblem.
个变形段楼开了一
This guy
个
took Magic
没
Roll.
有一般，
Oh, I want to see the Magic Roll. This is Health as Wealth, Blazing Soul. Oh wait, is that Conquer Emblem? Or is that Sentinel Emblem?
哦，你
One's
穿这个
pointing
大
down and one's pointing up. I get the arrows sometimes confused.
梦魇，不是今
但感觉
天的梦魇，
数量有点少。
是说哎，这边是二星左一吗？
啊
哦，不是，魔法投掷的加
Crown
血，
Guarded.
是的，是
Crown Guarded to
是的
Rebels.
是的
对，看起来好大
I。mean, it could be just like he played Crown Guarded tempo and he's playing on the first thing he can hit, but he does have Shojin JG ready for Zoe, and I think
250血了
Shojin JG Guardbreaker is like the default build for Zoe, or you can go Rageblade instead. And China likes Rebels in general. They like no Emblem Rebels, if I remember correctly. They just think it's really good.
是
And they specifically just think like it says 7 Rebels so broken because if you can survive long enough Victor, you just win the game.
第一只还在冒火，看看选秀的4岁卡。
哦，有希尔科，飞鱼座那边是有
Rolled
一
a
个挺
0
多
on
战的
6.
是的，旅途山这里也没有
Yeah.
卡。拿着这个
They're just really aggressive in general. uh,
第一只这边是
Conquer.
选
It is a
少女
Conquer emblem and a Sentinel emblem. Okay, I got there's both. There's
兽
both.
那他那边就
And this
选
guy's
择
gonna probably
了
play
少
Academy,
女大头
Corky, Ezreal, or Sentinel, Corky,
好像有
Ezreal
他征服转，我没看错的话。
with
这个
Jace.
是有一个海格斯刷到了征服的
可以为狗选择
Oh,
几匹
oh, he found Silco. He found Silco, and he's rolling for Smeech.
没有地道啊。
血量现在太不健康了。
那这把应该就是选择去追3星这个任意的
Wait, isn't he
玩
kind
法
of too strong?
但是
Renata
他们
2,
这
Rennie 2
装备是
with
史密奇
2
的
items
装备
each.
比雪茄泰坦，一张没有来还蛮伤的。
第一只这里
Yeah, probably not.
质
Probably
量很
not.
高，反正他的经济可能
Everything
不
else
是
is
那么好
1 starred.
毕竟前面
No,
拉
I
了
don't
狗
think
啊
he's
这
trying to
个
win
还
streak,
还
but
不错
like he's definitely pretty strong.
哇
Like
这
he's
边
he's at least gonna kill multiple units, but
40块钱7人口，也挺夸张的。
and like the reroll players like not low rolling, right? Like they have really good items on Renata. They have Violet 3, Powder 3.
3星当哦两个2星，场上
这
是没有的。
个递的还蛮不错的。
但是卡
They
克斯
position
吧
Renata in the bottom corner.
哦，日月这里选择了征服转，
Family conquers.
但他这个层数有点少呀。
他选完之后4连败，
Um,
而且他这个只有36层，他这个征服转感觉不太行
征服这个体系是不是
is
尽
the
量
Camberry
上
guy going for a
9
late
这个
cash
体
out?
系
I think
征
so.
服上9，首先是要上9，其次
Wait,
你
what
要
is
尽
this?
可能去
Sniper's
找点别的
GP?
奖励嘛。
Oh, he's just
因为
playing
奖励
like
它不光是会给你
this.
一些战力啊
This looks like emissaries, and he's just trying to play
也会
tempo
去
into it.
给你这个属性的提升，就跟
是呀
上个赛季那个
Violet
是一样的。
3.
他这个层数实在有点太低了，
确实
Yeah,
这3星
Violet,
好像有点需要
you。trash.
但是这个无
Losing to a 1-star GP with Sniper's Focus. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Like I can't believe that he spent heroic grab bag and Starry Night full tempo for stage 3 and he still doesn't win versus GP1.
有
可能是因为城邦的原因吧，然后再加上海克斯又比较卷，感觉这两都就有好几家都很危险。
是
Oh, wait, he's rolling so aggressively during
这
creep
还差2
rounds.
张，
He's at 70 HP. Why do you roll so much? I guess like, rolling on creep rounds is like still fine.
场上没有
He
装
only
备
lose
是
a
吧？
couple gold.
他这里是
He looked like he was rolling as if he had like as if he had like think fast, like as if he needed to do it this turn.
哇，第一支这边已经启动了，有一张
10
飞机，
连胜，看看有没有2000
Okay,
多点
Ezreal 2, 6 Sentinels.
整理一下。
Rel pair.
2张飞机，
He's looking for Corky 2.
直接地光。
And obviously, if you can get like a
哇
Rumble, it'd be
2张
really
我可以
good.
本身有杰斯
嗯，
啊，2张
Academy items are adaptive and IE. It's probably adaptive first item and IE second item, which means that he can't replace Heimerdinger for Corky here. Because otherwise, if IE was his first item, he'd be able to keep the Heimer and then play the Corky so he can get the IE, but probably not. Last Whisper Jace. Well, this guy hit Jace. Well, Conqueror Jace. That's actually Biss. Oh my god, that's actually insane.
9张安倍萨6征服，至少这俩可以稍微
What
叠一把。
the?
已经这波打完应该600
Dude
层了，哦96层，
He makes 10, sells GP.
看一下第3个海狮，
Okay.
哇
Prismatic. Oh, someone has the Mel augment.
看看有没有。
有没有特别夸张的？
哦，李图川这边刷了一个海克斯爪。是的。
他要了，哦，他拿了。
Why is corner good for
This
Zoe?
还是
这里蓝的还是
Oh,
加
the
人
Warwick encounter, or not the encounter, the Warwick augment.
本数
I forgot what it's called.
他这个应该不可拿提升本色
应该不拿吧？
他已经
You basically have to win. You have to deal 35 damage and you get Warwick.
哦，可以。
Oh man, Bedge. It took okay. Immovable object is actually pretty good though.
波3星的鲁迪费阵容其实还蛮大的。
Are those augments good? I think the Mel one's the
战士的
best.
话只加抗死
有。张金克斯，
Victor is like kind of situational. Like you need to be like re-rolling. Otherwise, it's like gonna take you you either need to re-roll, or you're about to fast 8 and you're holding like infinite pairs / like ready to transition your board.
边的话，大天使已经叠起来了。这边的话，特
Like you can take it on tempos if you're about to fast 8. Oh,
约纳塔
this portal's so clowny sometimes with the chest.
是
And then I think the Warwick one is just bad because
俄洛伊的第2张
it gives you a BT or Sterix gauge, and then you have to win 3
这
fights.
也是开出了5连金。
It's basically golden egg territory to me. We have to win 3 fights in order to get the cash out. Except your payout is a Warwick, and
李图川这里也没有3星梦魇啊。
差2张，
yeah,
差1张，有个 Nico。
that's it. And Bessa Automata.
这边第一支的连胜。
Wait, this guy got Pandora's
但是他这边
into Radiant IE.
而且潘多拉变成个光无尽处了。
There's no way. There's no way he Pandora's into Radiant IE when his academy is an IE. I don't.
这我还真不知道
Okay.
光装备应该也能吃吧？
嗯，那应该
他
是
这里物理超点带不
These
下
guys
了
are such high rollers. There's this is actually insane. This guy, that is ridiculous. A Pandora's, and it could be any Radiant item, and rolls into Radiant IE, which I believe activates and triggers the academy. Okay.
香的。
蚂蚱
李图川那边，
我
哦
还，是选蚂蚱，因为李图川是海克斯。
对，想要有个6海克斯。
Academy does count the Radiant items. Yeah, it should. It should. Anything that says like these items buff you, the Radiant version should. Like, Crown Guarded should count Radiant. Crown Guard. Not today should count Radiant. Edge of Night. Same thing with Academy. It's just like anything that says these items are buffed
比较缺人口。
should be better.
应该是
I
基本
believe
上都已经
Radiant Rageblade works with anger issues.
这边站了一
Oh my god, he went to 8 and rolled to 0 for the Draven. He has no gold for Ultimate Hero. He just has to accept whatever anomaly he gets.
但他这里
Oh,
毕竟双经济的，而且又是削弱之
oh,
后的
interesting.
是
自行车这里
Edge of Night Powder
6征服4搏击，
as the main tank.
有个2星位加。
Okay, we got Pit Fighter Emblem,
那他这边的话就考虑这个3
6 Conqueror, Pit Fighter Emblem. Oh, interesting. Pit Fighter Mord?
体系
Oh, Pit Fighter Mord is like,
调整。
这就是
So he
也
gets
是高手的辩证嘛。
so he gets like, how much HP healing? Like 20% HP healing and true damage?
看一下这边的强化，
壁垒。
Oh god. So this is a mana one. I think this is. Wait, actually, is it? You know, I'm not gonna analyze each of them. My Chinese isn't good enough to recognize it.
就位的话有什么特别好的吗？
No, this is tanky. This is tank.
直接要了
And this is resistances. I think.
他
I
不
think
是
this
啊
is like
那他省钱
defense X or something like that. Your resistances are like a bet, like
但是他要了，他还可以铁，那他
or
就是
something like that. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
Okay, just ignore me. I'm trying to learn all the anomalies in
对
Chinese.
那
And it's like hard for me
那
to understand. So I know the categories. that they're in, but I don't know exactly which one
准
it
备
is.
上9地2星5黑，
The Bulwark? Okay, thank you, thank
这
you.
个
Yeah,
也
it is a
差了
tank
一个
one.
然后
A
自己
tank
在
one.
场下看 OB，
场下 OB，
Okay, thank you. Trying to
三星
learn,
梦
trying to
三星
learn.
梦魇6海克斯了，看看有
这
没有实力啊。
个梦魇没有吸血，
This is
日
Nocturne.
月刃不知道能不能扛得住。
Nocturne, 3 Quick Striker, Automata, IE, Last Whisper, Edge of
还
Night.
是有的。
嗯，
Not
上
today,
还是
into
有
Health
的
as
其实
Wealth,
嘛
into
对，
Nocturne
是健康
reroll.
财富。
对，
Into Automata +1.
这个选秀的蚂蚱有点救命了，本身他递的是很差的，
确实。
Can you tailor the anomaly? I don't believe
神
so.
煞炼金，
这边也有一张蚂蚱，
Am I wait? You can tailor an anomaly?
反正
What does that
是
even
那边
mean?
又征服冒火了，应该是2
How does it know that you want like?
为了
I guess you could saying like if you have 3-star one cost, it's more likely to give you ultimate hero. Is that
因
it?
为这个城邦给的压力比较
That
大
doesn't，sound right to me.
大家前期
I
都
feel
是
like that's just some
想提节
conspiracy
奏的那
theory.
种。
是的，都是在硬过度的，
Check Reddit.
保血。战文一来了张维克托，
Okay, let me see. Check Reddit.
也是开不出6搏击啊。
Anomaly text. Swapping in and out units on 4-6 may have an effect on your anomaly options
他
shown.
说了几百次
Been
200
testing this
次
out, playing a lot of Violet lately on my Climate Challenger. It seems possible tailoring your board in 4-6 alters the anomaly options you are shown. Here are 3 clips taken from the last couple days where I find Ultimate
应
Hero
该是
extremely fast by benching all my non-3 stars. Bench all my non-3 stars, 1 roll Ultimate Hero. Bench all my 3 stars, 1 roll Bully. Bench all my 3 stars, 1 roll Ultimate Hero.
哇这边李竹川又输了一波，
日月这边冒火了，
日月这边过渡还
跟
很舒服啊。
4双行，这张杰斯哇，直接发了一个2星铁男，
300层给个2星铁男，
换一个偷。
Okay. I guess if that's true, benching my other
这种
units
就很
and
舒服
rolling.
你300层正好是你的体系卡。
我们看一下左边这边的突变选择，李图川那边是翻盘故事，
Is that a bad thing? Oh, they actually show all the anomalies. Oh my god. I okay, the thing is I don't know all these. But they've anomalized like Zoe, Violet.
第一支的绝不浪费。
Oh
单纯
jeez.
故事现在已经触发完毕了。
Are there any okay, you know what? Is there anybody that wants to do some paid translation work? I will pay you to help translate these anomalies for me, so every time I watch China, I'll be able to understand it. But the thing is, I don't want to actually go through the work of translating it. I just want you to write things out in Ping and translate in English so I can read it.
很激烈啊！
Paid translation work in TFT.
谁走位差一波就老八了，
是下波谁赢
If
的
any,
话，
if any of you guys are
Man,
like
I'm getting
want
marked off
that,
again.
just DM me on
直接从老八
Discord.
变成7分，
哎，怎么说？这边2星位，
Finisher, Force of Friendship, and forgot the rest. Honestly, that's helpful enough. Helpful enough. But if you want to go through the anomaly, oh wait, this guy hit Victor.
看对位和走位了，
嗯，感觉日月现在是场上最强的吧？
是的，又补了一个2星铁男，
这
Caker,
边是名次之战，
6 months.
怎么说？
Thank you.
梦魇被位控了一下，
I'll pay you the competitive rate it is for professional translation services. There's like a game translation services
哇！
that oh that guy's dead already.
此同时这边的话，黑豆也是
Wait, the
下一
family
波
the family reroll player, the Violet player who took Starry Night into Heroic Grab Bag went 8th.
一波是直接走了2个，
Starry Night, Heroic Grab Bag, Violet 3.
蓝发
Wait,
转，
Rebel Emblem? Wait, this guy's on 7 Rebels. The Rebel Emblem just facing him.
来头外公拿到蓝发转，
He hit Victor as well, and then he
这
went
边要补
8th.
银血嘛？回复拿了银血，
Oh man.
哇，有一个劫
Yeah,
死
Violet's a lot worse for sure. Violet feels a lot
Violet
worse after the patch, but she's definitely still playable.
日月这边拿了个血手，
She definitely feels playable. She just definitely feels weaker.
这边上9，
Holy. Rage Blade, JG.
可以再优化一个蓝发，
可以上哦，可以上个兰博，不知道有没有？
Wait, doesn't that actually save his game? He might top 4 from that, because now he has upgraded Rebels except for Jinx 2.
这边还是没有3星，
This guy, I don't know what to say. This guy tried to play Conquerors without a Conquer emblem. You guys saw what happened yesterday. I bought forward 3 times with it. I think my scores were 7-6-6. No. Oh, he did hit Victor though, but like
对，哇，维克托一个技能，
no Conquer emblem.
大卫这个位还没有死，
I mean, he kills this other guy who's. There's a couple of people who are pretty weak, so he might get forward. He's at 9 HP though.
这边特斯拉输了一波日月的铁血征服者，那日月这个质量可以考虑上10了呀。
I love how Rebels in China is
这里
just
也在车
blue
上
hair
但是吧这
squad.
两家，
大决战，
Is that?
是的，
I mean, that's what they call it. The blue hair squad. I feel like I should probably do something with that, but
看一下碰的是日月，
you're talking shit, but he top 4. Yeah, but like other people were like low roll. Like he's at 9 HP.
进来了，
He could have gone as low as 6th. If his matchmaking was worse and he queued into any of the
被崔克拉
the
醒
other
了。
players, he was just guaranteed like 5th or 6th. Like I wouldn't be like, man, this comp is so good.
下来了，哦飞机的
He
伤
like
害
squeezed the
哇
4th
这个
barely.
收集者
这飞机好爆啊！
Holy cow. Okay, I don't know what to say about this guy. This guy took Pandora's items and to immediately get Radiant IE when the Academy gave him IE as well, like
看谁能地到
with the
正常
Sentinel. He actually is illegally high rolling, but
第一
I don't know what to say about
场
this guy. He's just the beast.
还有个杰斯没上场，
对，
This is his username is
大题材是
DEJ, I think.
应该是直接拉了，
这边拉10，看能不
Blue
能做到
hair
皮城
squad as a direct translation is probably censorship because rebellion is not allowed.
法爆吗？飓风，
Oh, I see.
不要发爆。
Did they just like take out the word rebellion out of the dictionary, the Chinese dictionary?
哦，飓
Like,
风
there's no way to translate it officially in anything
日月这里应该
because
是下部
oh
他们
my
的技能
god,
很多呀
that's actually kind of
这里是标
intense.
记然后包括10级，而包括这个征服，哇，已经500。
That's actually kind of intense. Even the word rebels is not even allowed to be shown in games.
直接一波冒火，
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
直接
Holy cow, this
这
is
个布兰杰
Bessa.
斯配四方形有点变态，
有点变态。
Okay, but like conquer +1, 6,
唱
6,
10，
say form swapper, 6 conquer into 4 form
Yes.
swapper. He can win the game. I actually think this is where conquer's at its best. He's cashing out 600. He has Jace 2. He's level 10. He's
我也不要。
Blanc 2.
标记
Oh, because Swain's a
Jace.
sorcerer. Finds 2 Jace 2s
塔对面的，
确实
and no 6 costs.
这里是有个梅尔，有个维克，不差维克托吗？还是觉得五
His board, like conquer wins through just overwhelming value.
但是维克托补个大团控嘛，觉得不错。
If I could choose to play one trait every game, I think I would choose to play conquer. It's just too fun. RY should win the game though.
差距还蛮大的呀。对啊，蛮明显的差距两边。
This is an indicator showing how many copies he's off of a 3-star. So he's 3 Jaces off, but it's just something to keep in mind. Like they'll keep track of
奥
it.
文装、
奥文装
暗爪15都可以。
15，哦破剑
有一个破剑，破剑现在也是加属性的。
I don't think any words of violence translate.
像新兰博，但是它这个兰博
Oh, like they don't
装备
translate any words that say, like indicate violence either. I mean, I know that China in general tries to censor stuff. Like you can't even have like
高一点。
skeletons. They try to reduce like exposure to blood and stuff like that. They just try to like
哎，这边蜘蛛要放技能了，哇，直
mm,
接坑了一手后排。
they just try to like quote protect their citizens. It's more like pacify them in terms of not
日月这
making
边
them
还在
very
对层数
aggressive and
马
things
上
like
850
that.
层了。
Another rebel emblem, but the rebel player's dead. We have form swapper versus sentinels.
头盔
Edge of
这
Night.
边的话
Oh,
就
he's
是
playing not
对对
today, so another Edge of Night is good. He can also put that Edge of Night on Jay's front line, I
对
think.
前
He's,
排是大杰斯，
the funny thing about this Conqueror board is that he's running out of item slots. Support Anvil,
另外一个辅助装，
Moonstone.
月食。
Oh,
军团
Aegis?
他这个站位，哦，前排船长。
Oh, because he wants the attack speed on Mordekaiser. And Moonstone late game is not actually
没什么用啊，老爷。
like that. Like it still is a good thing, but it's not as good as it is
但
early
是
game
夏
because
尔拉
it's
克
flat
斯补了
stats.
维克托。
You know what?
维
I'm
克托
down with
在
it.
新版本的热补丁之后是
That actually
减
makes
少了
sense
一
too
点点
because
启动
Embesta's second
但是它这个
row,
才能放那么
Jace
大
is the AKK. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. You get the attack speed for Jace and the
不要上太多
Mordekaiser.
了
Holy, you won by 7 unit. Okay.
还有一波，
Yeah, just forfeit,
别
man.
踩的征服。
Cool sentinel board though.
前面这把日月也是可以直接拿到这个征服者。
Also, somehow RY has not hitting any 6 cost despite rolling at 10 forever, and this guy hit only 1 copy of Victor. Another Mord 2. I think another Mord 2 is probably better than another Jace too. Yeah, especially with
甚至在上个舔
Hull
台，
Crusher and Edge of Night. Oh wait, they took out the attack speed for Hull Crusher, right? He hit Warwick. I mean, you're not looking for Warwick, not in Conquerors. I mean, I actually do think that this 6 Conquer is double Mord 2 with items, because you should be able to like you also at a certain point get like artifacts
恭喜日
and
月
other
拿
things
下
like
本轮
that,
第一局的比赛
so
登
you can
顶，
cash it
恭喜
out. But yeah, this guy destroyed beast
感
mode.
觉这把的比赛很精彩啊。
Okay, so that was
感觉
game
竞争
1.
大家压力都很大呀
They're gonna play
这个
5 games today.
确实，
Actually, these games actually happened technically yesterday. The games that happened today haven't finished uploading the VOD. So we might watch this tomorrow as well. See what they play tomorrow.
确实比较少见，也是巧了哦。
Gold
海克
subscription.
林的这个
Oh,
是经
gotta
济
run
情况
ads real quick. BRB. So for non-subs, I'll see you guys after the augment selection.
金币订阅，中规中矩。
这边也是上一把登顶的日月啊，很开心，小仓鼠
Plus 200 yen for winning 1 game of TFT. Oh yeah, there's actually bonus incentives. Let me see. 2,000 RMB to USD. Whoa, this guy gets 270 bucks.
很不错的单价。
Not bad. By the
还
way,
有新阿木姆，
I think TFT players who have never traveled before are now getting exposed to prices in Asia. Everyone who went to Japan and
哇，这边也是
China
很细节啊。
and
上个
Taiwan
小
are
炮
like,
什么
dude,
公主
everything is so cheap.
上个技能
They're like buying
Ayo.
snacks for like $2.
好像没叠到
They're。getting full meals for $10, the equivalent of
情
that.
况现在
And everyone's just like losing their mind over prices.
好像这个
And they're like, I want to move here.
不太
It's so cheap. And it's so clean and da da da. And it's like, you know, it's not necessarily that it's like so cheap. It's that the US is mad expensive to live in right
这
now.
边开着也很舒服，两星剁手。
Especially if you live in like Los
下个
Angeles
德莱文了，
or New York or like some of the like San Francisco areas.
等
Like
一下梦魇。
they're some of the most expensive places to live in the world. Oh, do we make gold here? Or do you hold the ape? He didn't wait. He didn't hold the singed? He bought the Vex?
差1块钱。
No way. Come on, man. No, that has to be because he had no time to think. That's a mistake. That's just a mistake. That's just a mistake. You absolutely hold Singe
哎，
there.
他没选，他
You
选
drop
了
a
欧
ready.
曼。
Otherwise you make 10.
嗯，
装备比较少
Yeah,。that had to have been just like a micro error because you got pressured by time.
第一只
Which we've all been there.
这还在犹豫。
Did this guy just take Arcane Retribution?
反甲打摇头，
第三个海克斯可以打连胜，那个经济反甲。看他想
That's
不
the
想
suicide bomb sorcerer
看他
emblem.
这边也还在犹豫啊。红灵转免
Did he do? Did he just do that? I actually I can't see. I can't see.
权杖一致。哦，不选，
免位，
还是选免位。
Crown guarded. Nunu?
前期少装备的情况下，
Wait, these are some woke openers. These are some woke openers.
确实。哇，日
He
月拿一
did.
个
He took
法师
Arcane
加上海克斯啊
Retribution. I've now.
这还是
Didn't
蛮
Mort
少
Dog
见
say
的
this is like one of the
我们一般
worst
法
trait
师
augments
也是
ever?
加强了2个版本吧。
Holy cow.
是的，看看他这个有没有什么效果。
对
这个好像
看看他这
配那
个
种法师装子会很厉害。
是。
配法师
Two
装
thorn plated
是吧
armors.
是普通举，
Starry Nights. They like item augment starts for sure.
Yeah,
Four people took item augment starts.
特斯拉这里好像
Woke.
需要玩猎到塔。
对自己上一把前3的阵容，
是的，
我牌来的也很多，这边
Okay, this guy gets he's playing Renata. He's playing Camber and Renata.
好像说
Makes
现在就是有
sense.
新叶的话，优先就选择列纳塔，就很强。
Thorn plated armor.
这边是没有
Okay,
打连胜
one lesson that I'm learning is that China just takes item augments almost always on 2-1. If not, they're taking like reroll augments. It's like the priority for China is like item augments 2-1 for anything that's not reroll, and then reroll or like a reroll augment. It's like one or the other.
配合光盾有个
Except for this guy who took Arcane Retribution sorcerers. because he had Swain. So he's like, okay,
甚至过渡不了，质量
I'll
太低
take
了。
Arcane Retribution and play around
Well,
sorcerers.
really,
I don't
that's
know,
not
man.
wrong.
They buff sorcerers, but like I don't think sorcerers are that good.
2了
I took I
Well,
played
that's
a
not- we
sorcerer
have to
temple
get that.
line with gold collector, not gold collector, gambler's blade. I was at like 70 HP with like 70 gold going into 8. And I rolled and I hit LeBlanc and then I lost out. So I don't know if and I hit LeBlanc for 8 sorcerers
特斯拉
and I
还是
lost out. So
继续
maybe
大
he's gonna reroll sorcerers or something like
一个
that.
蛮质
But
量的站稳日，
I played what I thought was a pretty decent spot. Like, yeah, I wasn't like 90 streak with like, you know, 80 gold or whatever. Like that's like the ideal scenario. But like 70 HP, 70 gold going to 8 for the roll down, hit LeBlanc with like 45, 50 HP left. Felt like extremely reasonable. And I like went 7th or something like that. Like I lost Zoe 2, LeBlanc, and everything like that. I thought like my board was completely reasonable, and I just
大
like
概是
lost
想拿
out.
水滴的，但水滴一开始还是拿了。
拿全套，黑队共这边拿的是全套，
Sorcerer's so bad. That's what I'm saying. So this guy is playing
Sorcerer.
Arcane Retribution Sorcerers. Okay, maybe he just goes 8th,
you
and like
can
we're just like,
tell
okay,
that.
LMAO. But RY, this guy is a beast. This guy got second at Worlds at set 10 and set 12. He just won the previous game.
我们要
He
考虑
also
这个
was one of the
关系
best performing players at the Open, I think. So like for China, didn't he go to like top 32 or something like that?
这边星夜会
Like he's obviously a really good player, so he knows something that we don't
五级定完6级，
about Arcane Retribution.
星夜的
Maybe it's reroll
他们随
sorcerers
机的
and
提升概率
suicide
可能
bomb
更加
Zyro 3 or something. I have no idea.
自行车这里是一个连指啊，
连
看他要赌
指
吗？要去玩这个小追3，还是说上人口去玩高费？但是连指可能，可能
What if they get offered prismatic pumping up on 2-1? I don't know.
这个
We didn't get we
东
didn't
西
see
大
their
概
prismatic
是怎
starts.
么样
I'm curious to see what their prismatic
Yeah,
starts
you
are.
back.
I mean,
Yeah,
that could be just how they approach gold
Yeah,
tier,
yeah.
and silver
因为他
and
跑得快嘛
prismatic might
他
be
其实
different.
比如说站角
Like maybe
落
silver they
你
prioritize
过了
econ,
这
and
个
then
前排
like
之后，你说不定
prismatic
能
they
滚下去。
prioritize direction or something. You never know. But I'm making observations off of 2 gold starts at the moment.
这边站稳日的连胜是被断了，
Has no one in here ever got clapped by an 8 Sorg board? I have clapped with an 8 Sorg board before, and I've clapped I've one time clapped so hard with 8 Sorks that it's now pilled me into believing that 8 Sorks is playable.
小炮的无尽。
I
救
one
出来
time it's because the one time I played 8 Sorks, I hit 3-star Nami, and I had 8 Sorks. And I dumpstered everything. So I was just like, oh my god. If you get the spot for Sorks, it's actually
这
so
里还挺
good.
舒服的
And
和法师专属，然后乌
I
鸦
think
大
I've been
会
chasing that high ever since. He 4-streaked. That's not bad. Or didn't? Oh, he didn't 4-streak. Never mind. He lost. He 3-streaked into a 4 out of 5. That's not that bad, though. 40 gold.
对吧？还是第一
I mean, it is
名
gold sub, though. Okay, Urgot 2. This guy took Crown Guarded, played around Experiment in stage 2.
他这里有一张位
This is Li Tuchuan. Li Tuchuan is like a he's like a LCQ player. He actually plays and he actually gets far enough in every tournament to go to LCQ. Like LCQ is last chance qualifiers. So if you ever lose in the main brackets or last chance open qualifiers, he usually gets there and then does pretty well. Either he makes it or he barely misses it.
哎，
So he's like tier 2.5 in China, like player, like you know, basically like a Phoenix,
又是一个点，
Robovan Kenobi.
一个做大天使，一个做青龙刀。
Those are the players I think about for
人家直接
LCQ
做大棒，
in
Oh,
in
so
North
想到
America.
这有
You
点
might
尴尬
recognize some of those
相
players.
对有点少
Garage guy.
这边4人口先递一下伊菲卡的质量，
Okay, rolling down for Renata.
哎，但是就是不来，
Which
Yeah.
chibi we
我
swiping?
很香啊，
应该就会停了吧？
I'm not swiping today. I don't know what to tell you. Today, yesterday, I spent so many time, Yesterday, I played all the worst lines in the game.
确实，
这一二
I played
三
silver. I
四
played
五六
sorcerers. I
七
played silver hero augments. I played Camille multiple times to get a good beat of the patch, and I think I averaged like a 7
就2件半。
playing the 4 fun lines. I actually played some competitive lines as well, but you know I got contested,
那
and
这边的话，如果有机会，
I,
他拿
when you get
这
contested, you
的话
buff. Well,
也
that's
是一
completely
把
reasonable.
感觉这一局可能又是个爽局啊。哇，彩色，
Oh, prismatic 3-2. Any artifactories? One artifactory bottom left.
这边
What could have
我选气
been
工厂，但是装的有点少，应该不会选。
Vander Silco? Some people think this augment's broken. I'm not entirely sure it is broken. I think it's like because it gives you a Shojin with a Silco, right? That's the best part about it. I think the scaling on the Vander, believe it or not, is not very good. It's like okay. Imagine like what it is like a Shojin on Silco, and then like in 1.5 stages you get a Warmogs for Vander. That's kind of like what it reads, which is like okay. I don't know if you're supposed to go 3-star Vander with that setup. But the thing is, if you go for 3-star Vander, how are you supposed to get Silco too? So you have to like level and roll for it. You have to play tempo reroll, which is like an increasingly more common thing in TFT. Like my read on Ziggs is that Ziggs is a tempo reroll comp, which is like you're supposed to roll for 3-star 2 cost on 8, which is not a. It's like Syndra from last set and Fated Kindred. You guys remember Kindred from set 11? You like roll for Kindred 3 while rolling for Syndra, and you get set 7 Fated. It's like that. I took Family Emblem and then rolled for it. I think what could have been is Giga Broke. Yeah, you're not the first person. You're not the first person to tell me that. I think it's because like Silco with Shojin is just like it gives you so much mid game power and it can late game scale. I can see it. I mean, I think Menaces is just completely broken because basically it's like Dominator Crest that gives you a Silco and a 2-star powder, which is like pretty good as well. And it also gives Silco an extra cast. It's just nasty. It's like Silco plus an anomaly. It's just nasty. You never reroll Vander. So you're saying like if you keep getting copies of Vander on H, you wouldn't hold them at all? You just always stay on Vander 2? I can see it though. But the thing is like I think I mean you can just play him in the Black Rose and just have him replace the Karen. But I also feel like if at 2-star he's not worth putting items on. So maybe you just like put Vander 2 and then just like whatever, just let him die. Because like ironically enough, letting him die is what gives you AP. You just want him to die? Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, I think I intuitively got to where you were implying. This is a Sork player. He's not frontlining his Lux, does he know? Nami 1. Excuse me. Oh god, am I getting sick now? A lot of people got the super spreader. Super spreader. At Macau. This guy's trying to play Twitch. Radiant Relics into Last Whisper. The Soju infection. This guy has 8 Urgots on the bench. He's trying to play Starry Night into Tristana and he has 8 Urgots on the bench. No one's bouncing the Starry Night augment. You know what's funny? People at first thought this augment was kind of mid / not that good. And there's a lot of people. There were a handful of people that were like, this augment feels like it has to be good if reroll's ever good. But there's definitely some people on PB be like, nah, this augment sucks. And I just remember thinking like, you guys are insane. There's no way that this augment just sucks. Maybe it's just we don't have to figure out the reroll code. COVID 2 Monka. Oh, COVID 2 already happened. I think we're almost at we're probably at like we're like way farther than COVID 2 in development. That thing has mutated many times. But you know, our understanding of it has also developed, and we've developed better vaccines and ways to fight it. Make sure you guys, okay, I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone's health situation, but if you are not likely to be affected by vaccines, you should definitely get your vaccine. I almost forgot to get mine before Macau. And so far, I don't think I'm sick, but I would like to think that I'm not sick. And because of that, and it might be because of the vaccine.
哇，这边黑背沟的小炮终于撒了，后的是特斯拉，同样都是星夜，为什么你的星夜我的星夜
是，
不一样呢
但是这？边前排是没3的，特斯拉那边是有一个3星月儿。
对，就
This is Tristana 3, Rageblade Shojin IE.
这张卡大家都是要的。
Yeah. Yeah, about that. No combat Tristana. I think the thing about Tristana is that you kind of really want either insane item augments. Because remember what happened with Soju when he took Tristana 3? He played like invested. He took invested plus to reroll Tristana, and you just kind of like you don't have the ability to actually spike off Tristana 3 without actual meaningful combat power. Because you need to be strong enough on the board to actually get kills so that you can scale her AD. But if you're stuck in you might be stuck in limbo where you never get strong enough to actually kill units to scale her fast enough. He took heroic grab bag. What is with these Chinese players taking Starry Night and heroic grab bag? He went for the Urgot. I mean, he has 3-star everything. Okay, so his philosophy is 3-star everything and just make really unkillable frontline, and then like eventually Tristana will kill everything.
哦，是四外交。
他好像7级2星盖伦。
He's not killing this Garen though. Okay, no, we're there.
外交
Dude, if we're losing to 2-star Sorks, I don't know what to tell you.
7级4费卡低的很好。
Yeah, this guy's going 8th. What? He's losing to 2-star Sorks on 7. He's losing to 2-star Sorks on 7. Okay. This guy is going 8th. This Tristana board is not very good. This is exactly the same problem Soju ran into when he played Tristana at Macau. If you take too much econ,
已经来到了
you
1.5
just can't kill anything. And if you can't kill anything, you can't scale. And so it's like
老鼠
it's a really vicious feedback loop.
这里也是把2星的洛伊卖了。
嗯，
来推外购这里4费投资，4费这边投资。
他想要新有洛伊
I feel like you need a tempo for Tristana. I agree. I think one thing that people probably don't talk about very often with Tristana is that you want to farm off of creep rounds as much as you can to kind of compensate for it. It almost feels like Tristana is like somewhat balanced around that. Like if you're not like getting max stacks on PV rounds, I think you're just gonna be really far behind.
还行。
This guy hit everything. He hit everything, right? Urgot 3, Rel 3, Leona 3, Tristana 3 has 3 items, and everything has lucky gloves for frontline, right? And he hasn't won a single round.
他拿左移，他有左移，他有几张左移啊？
3张，
Like his setup is not
他不会下播就第
bad. If you looked at it's one of those things. This is why lull chest reviews are actually kind of fraudulent right now, and that's why I kind of don't want to do them anymore. I might just take them off. But ever since they removed augments from match history, it's like someone's like, I don't get it. Look at my board. Look at my board. How does this Tristana board go bot 4? And they just like don't show me the augments. And it's like, well, yeah, if I look at your augments, like this guy went 8th with Tristana. Yeah, it looks terrible.
然后上
But because in match history they hide this, it's like pretty hard to
第二个海格斯
understand.
投资嘛，他第3个海格斯
It's like pretty hard to understand. So
2个经济，
Shojin Rageblade, I don't even think that's the problem. I think it's purely his augments.
看他这里啊，
Because you could always just take out Shojin and Rageblade later
选择
on.
8级出3星，
有梦想怎么说？有梦想，这个梦想
7 Rebel.
再乘一波
He。took reinforcement
但是没
Zoe.
错了要
I mean, that actually makes sense. Reinforcement in
不
Rebels
想的，其实他这里拿几个
should make sense. Except for one thing. He has invested plus and reinforcement. Double econ again.
碰到了自行车的
50 gold. This guy's about to die with 50 gold, level 8.
出来冒火，这个斯是对到了，刚才万豪也控了一手，
是的，杰克斯
然后他再
也控一下，
控一手，
然后他
I mean, it's probably good enough to beat this Violet board. Alawi 2, Zoe 2 is a big deal. Like, but the reason why it makes sense for Rebels is because when you're playing 7 Rebels, the gap between Zoe 1, Zoe 2, and Alawi 1, Alawi 2 is huge.
还行吗
好？像
Oh my god, that was like way closer than
很经典啊！
I was comfortable. He also, I think, could lose there by 1 unit and still live. I think you take 8 base on 4, stage 4.
这个应该不行吧？一半的
CN hates combat augments. They love item and econ. Wait, which one's that? Which one's that?
怎么选？
Oh, this guy took. Is this Avarice? He got 5 gold and then he gets damage amp, gets 1%. Holy shit! This guy actually took. I've never taken this anomaly ever. It's the gold scaling damage
不浪
amp
费
one.
乌鸦
乌鸦，
Oh my god,
也可以用。
that's insane. This guy. I mean, he has invested it. He has invested.
对，
应该还是可以递吧？ 蒙多老鼠能用的其实挺多的。
确
It's
实
pronounced avarice. Oh,
这个不行，
嗯，
这个可以
终结者，
这个
应该不会再
and
提
English is a stupid
可能就
language.
是
也不要，那他应该就想接蒙多的，这样看
It's actually not. English is actually a really great
哎完了
language.
开始他
It's,
重复了，
one of the cool things about
完了
English
完
is
了
it's very
这个
precise,
这个还可以吧
but
防御型
sometimes the
这个好像加强
pronunciation
了
is
是吧
just dumb.
对加强了。哦，
Which
不
one's
要
this
了，
one?
这个好像
This one is the tank one. Oh, is this the HP scaling one?
强了是吧？
对加强了
I。forgot what it's called. You get
Oh,
like
yeah.
12% every few seconds.
还行。
Oh, it's protective shield. Oh, okay.
黑尾
Never
狗
mind.
这边进化了，
前排的日女
Thank you.
雷欧娜，
Like I said, I'd be willing to pay someone professional translation services rates if you can just do all the anomalies for me. The thing is, okay, professional translation services are done by the word.
没有护甲的，
I know this because of what I did when I worked at game dev. I had to use some localization services,
月品的老
and
鼠
they like you pay by the word.
这样黑尾狗也是被抬走了。
与此同时这边左一，
哦，这边
So I might pay you for your
Yeah.
time, not for your every word you
然后
translate.
这边的话
Because I think if you pay for every word, it's actually not
他
that
们同时出
it's
局
not that
是的，
high of money. Because you get paid like cents for each
要把
word or
两家
something
冰
like
费，
that.
一家小魏和一家
Wait, that guy did that guy die
都挺服的，
嗯，
不服的
with avarice? Avarice?
就走了。
Avarice.
第三，最后一个人
Yeah,
是金球
about that.
阶段
What's a very hard word? It doesn't matter. We paid localization by the word.
装备这边都比较尴尬呀，这个攻速。
有电刀，
Wait till Frodan finds about German words with over 30 letters. I mean, words is like one way to describe it. Like, it's true. It is technically a word. But the thing about German words is that they just sometimes are just they just literally say,
黑莓统一
fuck it, let's just combine it and make it into one word. They take 3 words and they're just like, yeah, we don't let's just make it all one word. And that's the German language, and that's advanced German in a
你
nutshell.
们不知道德莱文进化了，
Yeah, let's just make it one
没
word.
有进化
但
位
是，攻击很高啊，一刀一个德莱文。与此同时，特斯拉已经9连胜了，
Fleische
带队了。
Ticket
克斯不得要
Eiterang Zuber Wakang.
Like this is like I'm only halfway through one word. Like it's just.
就是优势太大了。
确实，这边自行车有个幽魂弯刀的大卫，刺客卫。
I am German viewer. Ich habe so lieb Wildernis. As my best attempt at reading German.
这边
Oh
到
jeez.
了这个
碰到了连胜的列纳塔。
Plus 5 cents. Yeah, there you go. Money in the bank.
完全没机会
We're
啊。
really stacking the
主要教
avarice
练
right
这边的
now.
装备就比较尴尬，全是后排装，没有前排，蛇女都是神装的。
Wait, this guy take the okay? I thought he took the Silco augment. 1 buff, 2 buff into golden anomaly. I mean, these are just like I think these are just like bad anomalies or augments personally, or not bad, but like
他这种先这种全
I feel like people get baited by the champion dupe on 1 buff, 2 buff a lot. I think you really need to have application
只有
of
4
both
费卡
those
应该是打不
items.
了的，不管什么阵容。
People probably view it as like, oh, it's like blinding speed but better. You know, you get a dupe. But I think the situation where you want red buff and blue buff is pretty narrow.
这边的
So
话也就差个3星炼金，圆满。
because you have to remember, it's like a prismatic where the like you're competing with artifactory. You're competing with like wait, what is going on? Like the +1s that are like rebel crown, which can spike boards. That's what you're competing with, and you're like, nice. I have red buff and a blue buff I can't even use, and a dupe that I'm gonna use like 2 stages later if I get like a 5 cost or a 6 cost. I guess maybe a 4 cost. It's definitely not bad in situations where it's good. It's
明显伤害不够。
definitely solid, but I just don't think the situation is very common. Personally. Now, if it's like Victor's Visions or something like that, and you're like, oh, I can go for like a 2-star 6 cost, but like, I mean, they lowered the odds, so I'm not sure that's even viable. But I personally don't like that augment very much.
特斯拉这边拿了个血手，想再补个前排装吧。
These are my augments when I'm 4 funding in normals. I mean, I actually think another anomaly is not bad. It's basically, sorry, it's not bad in situations where you need to roll down really, really hard and spike.
哦呦，日月这里它其实
So, for example,
其实还是等于说是玩了一个
or not
外
another
交的
anomaly, the one where you farm gold. For example, back when Violet and Camille were broken, and you could take that and then roll for it and then get 4-star Violet, and you could get, you know, bully or knockout Camille, and they were so good you would farm up a bunch of gold back. Like that was actually a viable pick. But I think now it's not.
伤害够不够吧？
Very good. You're basically taking it for like rolling for days that might pay off later. Wait, this guy has a Jace too. This guy is going Arcane Retribution into Nami Swain into Jace 2 on 8. Or no, he's at 9. Oh, he's at 9.
看有机会。
Oh, never mind. I take it back.
真的吗？
没有。
Okay, but still, is this setup even good? Arcane Retribution?
啊，也赢不了，没有攻击力。
You know what? 5th is better than I would expect. Arcane Retribution into Sorcerers into
但是没拆了。
into Black Rose Garen, 4 Emissary, 4 Sorcerer.
如果有拆的话，比如说可以把这种青龙当。
Yeah, this guy is gaming. This guy is gaming. He tried really hard to cook. Okay, we got Experiment Warwick. Experiment Warwick Twitch. 5 Experiment, no
狼人
emblem.
也是捡破烂。
Oh, so one of these comps is going to top 4. Either Twitch top 4s with Warwick or Sorcerer's top 4 with Arcane Retribution, one or the other.
其实还挺对的。
就夜刃是蛮契合狼人的感觉。
哎呦，但是这里哎走了，这狼人
And Bessa just slammed Twitch and just left him alone.
好像还是
Oh, he's dead. Oh my
可
god.
惜。这边女不穿是第5。
And RY wins. He top 4s with Sorks. He top 4s with Black Rose, 4 Emissary
特斯拉已
Sorks.
经13连胜了。
Woke. Yeah, this guy's really good, man. I feel bad for the one time I flamed him pretty hard. I flamed him pretty hard because he threw an unlosable game in set 10.
还是比较适合比赛的节奏吧。
And he should have won regionals. Okay, he should have won regionals because regionals was checkmate, and he threw the game because he was at a 100 HP playing country reroll, and the next highest person was 16 HP. He had an 84 HP gap against a disco player, and disco cap's really low. Because disco was not very good. So he capped. But the one thing about disco though is that if you let disco got to 9 or 10 and cap around Sono 2 and Ziggs 2 and legendaries, it could do well and win the game. And so what he did was he threw the game. He was at 100 HP lead and he just rolled to 0 for no reason, and then he was poor for the rest of the game, and then he lost like 7 1v1s to the disco player. And I just remember like thinking like this was such a horrendous misplay that I can never forgive him, because he should have won the entire tournament. Instead, he didn't win checkmate, and he had to play through LCQ for Worlds, because only top 2 players advanced to Worlds, and then if you didn't, you went to LCQ. And so he played at LCQ, and then he won LCQ. But I was like, and then he got second at Worlds. He's obviously a really good player, but like I just like got so mad at him for that misplay, for that throne game, that I like flamed him. But he's clearly a very, very, very good player, and like probably one of China's best players actually. And I feel stupid because every time I see him after that, he's just popping off. Yeah, every time I've seen him ever since, he pops off in every tournament. He also did really well at EWC, and he also did well at like the opens. So he's clearly good. It just I don't know. I feel stupid every time I think about the time I flamed him.
看一下，哦，亮的是特斯拉。
是的，有机会吗？
Like he might even get third this game with this board, this terrible board. 3 form swapper, sorcerer, black rose emissaries. Like 3 form swapper, conqueror, Jace.
两个救赎飞天大塔的盾，
Yeah.
好奶，
With Arcane
又
Retribution.
奶又有盾，然后，哎呦，其实这波已经
This guy might just be a Jace believer. This is what it is. He got third.
这几个前排差点都倒了。
He got third. That's actually pretty good. Like if I took this line, I think I win 8th, and I'd be complaining about it.
应该没什么悬念。
I mean, to be fair, there were some boards that were like not looking very
就
good.
是热舞金之前赢不了。
Like the triple econ Tristana.
上吗？狼人。
弯刀的，
Oh, it was double econ and lucky gloves. It wasn't triple
但是
econ.
他这边只要扎堆的话也进不来呀，这个大路。
还真是。
哇，这边
Item augment apologists would leave you to believe that taking lucky gloves is combat power.
打到了前台的瑞尔。
There's people who like do that to cope. They're like, oh no, I have combat augments. I took lucky gloves.
维克托有一手控制啊，
维克托对控制加点
I
抗
took lucky gloves. That's a combat augment. They like there's some people who say that, and it's just like I just can't agree. I understand where they're coming from because technically taking that makes your board stronger.
那哎，那他一个
I was in a conversation once with Spicy Appies who was like, yeah, like
是有机会，这
take it like
感觉就是特别
he's like
难前
he was
看到
basically arguing that econ augments were combat
通常
augments.
我们
And I was just like that you're just you're bending definitions because of the way you think about the game. Like I understand what you're saying, but that's just not true. He's like because I was like saying so what you're defining is everything in the game is a combat augment. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, that's just not how words work, man. That's the words mean things. We have to delineate different meanings to words. Otherwise, what's the point of what we're even talking about?
但是感觉不如
I mean, if that's the way you approach the game and think about it, that's fine. Because what he's describing is that augments have incremental value of improving your board, and you're gauging like what you need, like different methodologies to do it. And I understand, but that's just not how I would define it, nor how I would categorize things to
塞
explain
维
things
卡
to
好像
people.
在哪？塞维卡也没了，
哎，但是这个小位哦，
感觉差一点。
差一点。
恭喜特斯拉，
This Renata board just wins out. I mean, okay. So the thing about this Renata board is that this Renata board, this is why they think this comp is S tier, because he just took Starry Night into items
但是这个
into
小位哦，
Sentinels.
感觉差一点。
I guess some people define this as triple combat though. He took triple combat and won. No
拿
wonder.
下本局第2把比赛的登顶，
Triple combat Renata.
十几连
No
胜，
wonder.
好像3星之后一直在赢。
反正一波没输。
Frodan, what is the Arcane Pro League? Do you qualify that league for Worlds? Yeah, not for Worlds, but the Pro League is the primary method that a lot of Chinese players qualify through to regionals. So if you play in Pro League, every week you get points and money for playing in that Pro League, and then if you do well in if you do well enough, you qualify directly to regionals.
这两个优势加起来
So
这么
this is the qualifier for it. Like people are playing for
他保
spots
补的也很对
in the
前排
Pro
后排都
League,
有
and they play 5
包括
games
自行
over
车这把
2
其实也
days.
是在他
And these are but the thing is, these are basically the players who didn't get voted in, because you can also get fan voted into Pro League. It's a little bit of a farce, but I mean, China views TFT as an entertainment product.
就确定了，然后也是比较顺利的就出了3星。
All right, I'm gonna run commercials. I'll see you guys after the break, and you guys will be joining us basically right after augments. BRB. Do you think Renata is only S tier with Starry Night? No, there's some other augments that are good, but just Starry Night's like,
而且他的
I think we have it
天
written as the best
马
augment
的
for
确实，生命
I think we have it written
上
as the best augment for Renata.
之前有那个三个自然之力，就潘朵拉。
那直接达成隐藏的彩蛋了。
Like when Disso and I were going through it, we're like, what is the augment you want to think
现
about?
在对变成2
First
个
augment we think about with Renata is Starry Night, for sure. Although realistically, the ordering of this doesn't matter, but you know sometimes people view it as like it matters. So.
2张炼金，下面全是对子。
Is this live? No, this happened like 19 hours ago or something like that. 18 hours ago. Where are Starry Night odds? Oh, I have no idea. I can't conjure that on top of my head.
2星刀妹，还有个瑞尔，下面还有个德莱文，这边征服过渡还蛮舒服的。然后
Are the
月这边的
augments
话是
supposed to be
一张
sorted? Not
这张
really.
这张
Like
这张
sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. It's because like it's too hard to
刀
know.
妹这边也是
But
一个
sometimes every now and then
国
for
际
a comp on
大边的
TFT
过渡
Academy, we like say like okay, it has to be like these are the first 3 augments that come to mind with this comp. And sometimes so a lot of times it is. In general, we try to make sure that the S and A
哇
tier
顶层争夺
comps
战
are pretty good about stuff like that, and then for like the B and C tier comps, we're just like like whatever, who
这边
knows.
的话，李图川有个金色吹举，
The exceptions being like some things that are like
Maybe it's
really
a- maybe it's
obviously
an issue with
conditional, so like gated by an augment, gated by an item, like an
打
artifact.
防游戏。
Some guy took wandering or tower defense and got
自行车有
rebel.
一
That's
个
pretty
炼
insane.
金之辉，
I Another
但是他
Starry
为什
Night
么他拿
Renata,
了一个赏金战士？李图川这边
Portable
有一个
Forge.
奥恩的断炉，但是
In this spot, I think some people would take Lichbane and try to play Kog'Maw. I wonder if this guy was going to take Moguls. The thing about Moguls is that you need another slammable with it, and he does not. Like, if you have Warmogs or, like, Sunfire, you can slam it with a 2-star, but he doesn't have it. And I don't think it's ever Sniper's focus. Zonia's was, like, really insane in the Malzahar Heimer
这手玩梦魇
line, but that got nerfed, and he has no...
哦拿
他应
了
该也是这么想的，
Oh, he's taking
差不多。
Snipers?
好像是有个巫妖吧？其实巫妖是有个巫妖吧？
I know some people who would take Lichbane and even go something like Lichbane, Quicksilver,
是
Rod
我
into
战略这
like
边是拿了个底
Rage
层
Blade
中国战
Kog'Maw. Like I know some people who would do that.
很好奇他们那边他那边有没有3链金开啊？
I guess okay, you know what this is though? This is like
No,
more
that's the
generic and he's not trying to commit to direction. He's trying to stay open. Snipers is like you could play like any range unit on it. It's like I think it's not bad on like Twitch. I think it's not bad on Zoe. You can slam JG and try to go for Sniper Zoe.
特斯拉的电脑
Because she actually bounces to pretty far
这边
targets.
日月说
So
他的
he's
装
probably
备
just trying to stay
玩起来还有
open.
点勉强，讲道理。
确实，他装备偏向
Oh wait, no, he can play snipers into Nocturne. Oh, you're right. I don't know why I forgot that. My brain's not working. I guess because I saw he had AP items, so I didn't think about it. But he can just go snipers into IE Nocturne. You're right.
那他这种
I was thinking about
大面积
slammable
后
items.
他要优先拿什么装备呢？
You right.
眼泪应该是好一点的。
Can you do a brief explanation on damage amp? I was playing Renata reroll with the anomaly that gives damage amp on 3 stars and has 60%
那这个
damage
阵
amp.
容
I
还
went to
是
second with
挺当
rebels.
之眼泪的。
Brief explanation on damage amp.
说的赏
It's
金
just
战士
bonus damage. That gets calculated as a variable in a formula. Damage is flat damage times your
给三
crit
个散件摆在这里有点尴
with
尬。
a multiplication off your crit chance because you have a chance of hitting versus not.
但是一般都说前期可能多多
And then times your bonus damage amp. And that I believe that is additive as you add more bonus damage, not
买
multiplicative.
个物理系
What?
张瑞尔
Hold on a
张
second.
瑞尔
That guy just gets rel 2 in the shop.
奋斗的新纪元
What the heck is going on? There's war for the Undercity Chem Baron.
这边李图川
Yeah,
应该
this
就
is
是玩梦魇
probably just
上面有两
Nocturne.
个阿木木
He's holding a Moo. That makes sense.
神器的梦魇在这个版本也是，
Why is 60 damage 60% damage amp bad? It's not. It's not bad. The thing about it is that stacking more damage amp
我
is
我
not
我完全
necessarily
这样
as
感觉到了
efficient
因为
at a
有神
certain
器的梦魇
point.
就是两个
Because
感觉
it's like
神器就是那几个加
intuitively
加
it kind of makes sense
Yeah,
because let me
yeah,
ask you something. Do you think
yeah.
anybody's true bis in
而且
TFT
我记
is
得我昨
3
天排位的
Giant
时候
Slayers
有一个人
or
拿
3
了个
Guard
神器工
Breakers or
厂
something like that?
他
Because
那个
those are
梦魇
damage
三
amp
个神
items.
装
And the answer is no.
估计自己
But
知道
it's because you would think that at a certain point, giant slayers are diminishing returns. Damage amp is like basically that's basically a visual example of damage amp drop off. At a certain point, it's not just like you want more than just damage amp because it's just one of a few different things that you want. Flat stats, if your AD attack speed is really
Man,
relevant.
I'm getting more
if your
dogged
AP is
again.
mana generation, your crit, that all helps amplify your damage.
哎呦，战斗率这个比狗哥队多了。
太对了，
Are you updating the augment tier list slowly over time? It's just like the thing about augment tier list is that
还好。
that is the last thing to get updated on each patch because it takes a lot of like
要走连败的，
还真是
feels.
就不知道
And it's updating basically half as fast because Dissoap is on vacation, and usually he helps kind of contribute towards that.
但是没碰到
But。right now, Dissoap's on vacation, so solo parenting duty. Golden Air goes something for 6 months.
这边第一支已经4连跪，后呢是加了一
RFC snipers makes Fishbones better.
那明确走连败的就
I
是
guess. Oh, you guys are talking about Nocturne items?
所以站稳一周
Yeah,
只要不会进
Fishbones is
他
the
的
best
保持下去
artifact. I think it's because it has the best base stats out of all the artifacts for Nocturne. I think it gives 40 AD and 40
上人
AP.
口羊刀
Let me
的
double check
约
here.
普斯也直接做了，
So if we look, artifact. Fishbones gives 40 AD, 40 attack speed, which is like exactly what Nocturne wants. RFC gives pure attack speed,
确实
and then Snipers gives
这边的话
15
直接
AD,
说
15
选
AP,
择四个拿到大棒棒
碰到了，
碰到了，哦
and
这个
damage
碰到
amp
了
碰到了。
and attack. So I'm pretty sure you just want the straight up raw 40 AD, 40 attack speed. That's just
看后面看后面还有个
That's just like I think that's like a good
什么
distribution of
或者
stats
是来个那个什么
for
巨型
Nocturne.
巨人泰坦
And then if you combine that with
或者
Infinity
说来
Edge,
希尔科也行。
you get all that AD and attack. It's like basically everything you want in a 2-item package for a craftable and an artifact for Nocturne.
就不要对2次就可以了。
对，可能就是能吃到400层吧。
You know the meme where it's like a woman is like laying in bed
这边的话，
and
车
like looking at her partner
做不出来
and saying, "I bet he's thinking about other women."
哟，左一又来了，
哎，
但是个无尽
And then the dude's like thinking about, I don't know,
但是这个
something
是一样
stupid, whatever topic you're talking about of how like this is like the only thing men or dudes want.
但是
It's like that, except she's looking at Nocturne and Nocturne's just thinking about like
然后这这把的城邦是
raw AD and attack speed.
像9连败的他们就是
It's like
讲
that.
会造什么战略
That's all
这
Nocturne
个
wants.
版本就相对来说，它这个概率比较高的几个就是有2个
Prize
120%
Fighter,
是
i.e. Zyra.
一个爆铲子的，就爆铲子或者爆锅，
哦，
所以说相对来
Starry
说
Nights,
转职阵容
Singe 3.
优势会大一些，比如说蓝发呀，比如说海克斯啊。
So it's really close between RFC and Fishbones. I mean, the reality is, all of them are really good. But I think if I were to choose 1, 2, 3, let's say they were all in a single portable forge,
尤其我排
I think I would choose
大概有个
Fishbones first,
全都是
and I
都是铲子
think I would
这
choose
种概率还是很高的。
RFC second and Sniper's Focus third. It's because some of the stats on Sniper's Focus don't matter very much, like the AP.
这边是有一个安倍萨朗，也很不错。
但是4连胜，黑背豆这边的4连胜是被断了的。
Also, someone said that the anomaly with, I think it was the Vietnam guide guy, Kim,
对，但是在
he was saying that YBY told them that Eagle Eye with Nocturne is also really good if you get the range on RFC.
哇，彩色海克斯，
Eagle Eye is like the thing that says like you gain
这样卫浴这边有个
AD for not moving. But I think I would prefer the strength training one where like the more you attack, the more AD you get. I think that one's just better for Nocturne because it's quick
如果
strikers.
他哦还是投了，
他拿了
没问题。
Okay, Prismatic on 3. We're getting a lot of Prismatic on 3-2s. I don't see any Artifactory though.
都挺不错的。
很不错。
Like no one's in a spot to do
这个赛
take
季
that.
其实彩色海克斯它能提供战力比较少，你像有巨大伙伴啊这种还不错的战力已经是很不错的了。
Belt over. This guy took caretakers into belt overflow, and he has
多着呢
like 15 items on the bench.
盖明这种吃血量加成的英雄就很舒服，拿狂捕。
Radiant Titans, i.e. Sniper's Focus. Is Prowler's Mittens good on Nocturne? I think it's okay.
一个比较好的
I think it's
城邦
okay on Nocturne. I wouldn't say that.
不做吸血，
It's hard to say what is good because good
然后城邦
definition of good on Nocturne scales really differently with him because of how big the gap is between the S tier and the A tier stuff. Like it's actually more appropriate to say that there's an S tier set of items for Nocturne and then there's no A tier items. Like that's how big the gap is on Nocturne items with and without.
连败看样子还
If you look at the
外交
data,
感觉因为它两个大件
the difference between the
大件，它下面
his best items and his second best tier of items is like unbelievably
不过这个完美说
massive.
你去玩黑洞比如说统领的话，虽然说大件可以消化成什么气动刀啊、巨杀之类，但是感觉压力会有点大。
确实。
Is Nocturne even stack up his Titans? Yeah, I think so. I think part of the problem is that's Nocturne 1.
啊特
I think
斯拉
part of the
捡到
problem
一
is
个
Nocturne
加
1.
点里的他8级就可以射的话，
还真是，就看这个鸟的战利品是什么了，
不用上9了。
不用上9了。
What's S tier? Oh, it's like Fishbones, Rapid Fire Cannon, and Sniper's Focus. The true Bis.
这边来
It's like True Bis with 2 O's.
同时，
True
哇，
Bis.
差3滴血呀！
嗯，
第一只说不如你多入我一点吧，3滴血，好尴尬呀。
看选秀有个蜘蛛，有个蒙多，看第
还有个
一支这边
Can Baron get griefed?
怎么讲？
都挺好。
哇，
Oh,
这样
he's
这边
actually
是
pretty
直接拿
healthy.
到了12
And this
个
Black Rose plays at 43 HP.
哦，盖文玉拿到希尔科，那也很对啊，对他来讲，他是练习，
Unbound Arcane Warwick.
当然可以看一下他那边多少层了。
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think that skin is really cool, but I don't like the cutscene. It's like one of the few times I feel like the cutscene is like just like,
这
eh.
边是200
200
层
层，200层，然后是一个5炼金，
炼金。
They made it for a different type of player. They made it for like the type of player that like loves that kind of intensity
感觉
and
他这个不被断的
it's
话，
just
应该
not
是
for
能
me.
500层吧？
应该是能他现在血量蛮高的，
但是不能再。
I'm not like a horror gamer, you know.
太行了
应该。
I get the vibe that that people that like that also really like like the visual novel horror games or like the jump scare type stuff. I'm just like it's just not like I don't like that. It spooks me every time. I don't know. But the skin itself is cool. I don't mind the Warwick on the board. I just don't like the cutscene. I love that, and yeah, I think it's like I think it's one of those things that's very sharp. Either you love it or hate it. I think some people are like it's like so badass and cool, and then for me, I'm just like, ugh, stop it. And then the way he stands over you, like basically the very edge of his loincloth is hovering over your nose. It's like, I feel like it's the closest thing to a teabag in TFT. Like I feel like Warwick is trying to teabag me, you know? And I'm just like, okay. It's very alpha dog, yeah. Yeah. You like real-time strategy games? RTS? I mean, I suppose so. Some people love Pong and Tetris. Real-time strategy games. I mean, yeah, I was a big fan of history class. I occasionally browse by a museum. Now, I mean, the thing about RTS is that it's actually still a really good gaming genre. It's just that it's a dying art. It's like calligraphy. It's beautiful when you look at it. Then you realize that it's just like a pretty. It's just not for. It's just not for the times. The reason why I bring that up is because I was thinking about buying. I don't think my dad's watching my stream. I was thinking about buying some calligraphy sets for my dad because he's really into that. His handwriting is really good, and he's an architect, so he's just like a guy that's like into that kind of aesthetic. And so I was thinking about buying some calligraphy sets because there's like in Asia, as you know, they're like really they still love that. So there's some really cool stuff in Macau for that when I was shopping. I view StarCraft very similarly in RTS. I still think very highly of it, and this guy's only on 5 loss. So he got griefed on stage 2. He lost all of stage 3. So he lost 4, 1 on stage 2-6, and then lost 5 on stage 3. So he's just playing a delayed cash out. And this spot's totally fine. I think when you're in this spot for Chem Baron, it's still totally fine. You can just play 400, and he still is in a really good spot to win the game, assuming he hits. 365. Okay, if he hits Savika, he could actually low-key go for 500, because he's at 37 HP. We got gold tier augments. This guy took noble sacrifice. I'm not sure what to think about that augment. Oh, martial law? Oh, why do you even get... Oh, it's because you got quick strikers in, so you get offered martial law. Well, you know what? It technically fits because you're playing Sniper Kog'Maw and you have a quick striker with this. I can see that. What the heck is that shop? Mumu, Nocturne. Jace 2. With a duplicator. He's a dupe. I don't understand. I don't get how China just has Jace 2 always on stage 4. Would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? Oh, big fish in a big fish in a small pond. I guess it depends on how small the pond is versus the big. Like I would actually consider myself kind of like that actually. Oh, whoa! +2 rebels. And he had, wait, but he had, is this? Oh, this is coordinate. He can hit 10 rebel on 8. He can hit 10 rebel on 8. Oh my god. If who's he missing? He has +2. He has this. He's missing Alawi. He's missing Alawi and has 10 rebels. Oh my god. This Alawi goes in over this Nami, and he has 10 rebel on 8. That is disgusting. Does 10 rebel be 500 cash out? I actually am not sure. I think that might depend on the 500. Like what's being cashed out here. He's at 475. He's going for the 500 actually. Going for the 500.
那500层出来了，
Okay.
18血应该怎么都能出的。
对，买入也不怕了。
Can't I be a big fish in a big pond? That's really hard, man. That's like big fish in a big pond is like trying to
应
be
该还是会拿金克斯吧。
trying to be like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. That's like really hard.
一个5的炼金，一个石蓝发。
Very, very competitive.
神仙打
It's arguable that being a big fish in a big pond almost requires you to throw out your ethics. Like I'm not sure if I even know of any big fish in a big pond that's
等
like
一下，现在还没有。
that's never had any
没有
ethical
没有这局游戏
issues being brought up.
俄洛伊还是那个的。
Because it sort of requires you to be competitive in an unhealthy way.
炼金赢一波是几层啊？有25层吗？应该也有吧。
嗯，有的25层。
I wouldn't say that there's zero people like that. But I would say that I've never met one.
他这边也是直接把自己质量拉满了。这边自行车递的一般啊，老鼠还没有2。
And to be fair, it kind of depends on what again how you're categorizing like the big pond. Some people would say like, you know,
石蓝发李书川一些。
TFT is one of the biggest games in the world, and so to be a big fish in a big pond in TFT, like I mean, yeah, sure, but I actually consider TFT to be like an extremely small pond. It's a niche genre
少5层。
of a niche.
那也没戏
It's a niche game in a niche genre in a
那
niche
也是20层
market.
他输赢无所谓的，要拿
反
什么？
正赢的话再一波，世界上还有一
Of a
波
big market. Big market is gaming,
那他这里最好就直接再赢一把。
but it's like hardcore competitive gaming, and it's strategy games, and
石蓝
it's
发了。
石蓝发怎么说？
a hardcore multiplayer strategy game.
削弱之后的石蓝发
I just consider that to be like very niche of niche of niche. There's like 3 layers
我
in.
还真没见过，我还真没
我也
见
没见过。
10 Rebel, by the
过，
way.
没有见过翻车的。
4 Emissaries, Amumu 3. They do seem to roll for Amumu 3 pretty often.
这里
Amumu 3 seems more hittable than Blitz 3. So I think they chase it pretty often. That is one thing that I should be thinking about. I think I sell Amumus all the time. I think Amumu 3.
这里是一个终身黄铜的。
I think Amumu 3 is probably just as good as Blitz 3, honestly.
这边自行车也是一个老鼠。
You guys think Blitz 3 3 items is that much better than Amumu 3? Probably not. And that's not because Blitz sucks. I think it's because Amumu's that good.
碰谁？碰的是日月的3星列那塔。日月这边是没有大天使的。
I would not say TFT is a small pond, definitely at least medium size. Yeah, again, it's all relative. If I go to
好像还不
if I go to TwitchCon,
你说杰斯现在的血量很健康，能不能
like it probably is medium sized.
哦，好像赢了。
好像
If I go to PAX, Comic-Con, you know, Tokyo Game Show, and I talk about TFT, I think I would be surprised if I met 3 people who like understood what I was doing.
会满入就能。
微光
炼金冠，哦不是，是微光炸。
I think that's like the relativity of it is what I'm trying to say.
不错不错。
Okay, here are the anomalies. Once again, I don't really know what any of them are.
没有外援的。
One guy's playing Twitch.
突变选择。在文宇选择是速瑞玛的传承。
John, when you cashed out his Shimmer, looks. I mean, he's at 18 HP, has 2 lives. He should be good to go.
大天使的
Should be good to go. He should win the game. But there's 10 rebels, so we have to figure out if 10 rebel actually beats
强化船长。
500 cash out. That'll be important for us to learn.
船长拼一下。船长
Is this bronze for life? It has to be. Just like the way he's playing it. He's playing 1-star Garen, 1-star Vi, 1-star
只能和巨斧
1-star Invested.
红 buff。
Isn't TFT Mobile super popular?
这边3星
It is. It is. But I also would say that it's popular in specific countries. TFT Mobile is really popular in China, really popular in Vietnam,
气就好了。
popular in Korea. Have you how many TFT mobile gamers do you know
太珍惜。
in the West besides yourself? You might be like me and my wife or something, or me and my
选择烂掉。
my colleague.
嗯，
But like I'm pretty sure it's a pretty niche thing in the West. And I hope that changes. I hope that oh, wait, RY's going 8th. That's not good.
这个真的就是说。
I hope that changes because I'm pretty sure I've said it multiple times, but I'm pretty sure the lifespan of TFT actually hinges upon its mobile popularity.
希尔科
Like I think as a PC game, it's fine, but the thing is, PC gaming is so competitive
合了一个黑莓转。
and much smaller than the mobile gaming market.
哦，这边有个梅尔。
And TFT, if it's gonna be like we're gonna try to compete with PC gaming, I think that's like long term
这个娜美
a battle is not going to win because that's just
啊，
后上个
That's not how the market trends, but mobile gaming it will give it so much. Like I'm pretty sure if Hearthstone never did a good job getting the mobile, the game would be dead 10 times over. if Hearthstone never did a good mobile client, I'm pretty sure that game would have died a million times over.
伤害不太够
Okay,
呀。
I'm just using hyperbole, but like yeah, I mean that's not to say it's not a good PC game. I'm just saying like that's what they're competing with.
这个船长，伤害不
That's just like the way the market is. Can you play Twitch carry without emblems? You can, but think about it as similarly to like Rebel
开不了，
and
焊住了，
你删不了，然后里面这个也不好换。
I guess just Rebel. You basically play the vertical without the emblem. It requires you to be
下颗，
a lot further ahead and higher in tempo than being without it. Like basically having the emblem
啊，现在就是走位环节了。
puts it one tier higher. So I think Rebel with an emblem is S tier. Rebel without an emblem is probably like A tier. And then Twitch with an emblem is A tier, and Twitch without an emblem is probably B tier. It's just your life becomes so much easier with an emblem.
地质这里装备其实是挺好的，3启动 K6统领，然后铁男也有。
And with Twitch in particular,
我打镜像
the experiment emblem also does something pretty profound, which is it gives you a copy of the spot
对，日夜
or of the unit that's on the spot, so you can get 2 mundos, and then like
对征服者的舔
还，可以啊。但
it turns out
这把应该
Mundo is kind of a big idiot, but monkeys are strong together. So if you if you have a giant ape
这个是哪方
like Mundo, excuse me,
这个
you have a giant ape like Mundo,
我也不
it
清楚
turns out
但如果有外
that
援
having multiple Mundos is pretty good. So
但是张玉那边是
Yeah.
有战力的，
这边是
二星级
选择了微光给
二星蚂蚱了，
第二颗，配一个吸血装。
man, this patch is too hard.
蚂蚱也是有个小加强的，
Yeah, this patch is pretty hard. Yeah, yesterday I got farmed. It's not as bad as Phoenix though. Soju was spamming this yesterday in group chat.
怎么说
One？second, let me
看
see.
一下，
谁赢
但是
有没有机会
特斯？拉那边是2星金克斯哦，那感觉应该是没有机会。
而且他这边还有个狼人，
是的，
蓝发站的狼人，哇，这
Give me a sec here. I got it.
说
自拿打的是，
这质量，
但是右方有一台走。
I found it.
哇，那这么看的话，战役那2波赢的非常关键啊。
Soju was spamming this in group chat. Phoenix 5.8, 300 LP from challenge. I'm like, oh my god, I thought I had a bad day on ladder. This guy is terrible with Pandora's man. So I was like, and he just kept spamming that. And what did he say? He said, this guy doubled the amount of games played by me, Prest Event, and Toronto Tokyo. Frowny face, frowny face, frowny face, frowny face, frowny face. He was just talking about how Phoenix got to the next round, and all those players got round 1 in at Macau. He lost to 10 Rebel. Oh. Okay, so 10 Rebel beats 500 cash out. Okay, confirmed. Wait, he lost again. Oh no, sorry, that was wrong. I misread this. No, he won. He's top 4. Wait, so he's gonna just get like 2nd or 3rd? Okay, so 10 Rebel is stronger than 500 cash out. It's good to know.
有的话血多一点，然后也可以加点血量嘛，变精。
Are Malzahar stats good again because of the Malzahar buff? Well, it's Malzahar 2, and it's 6 Automata. 6 Automata Malzahar 2 is very good in the stats.
就没有
Very, very good. But there's a lot of it is survivorship bias.
不可战胜。
Because you have 6 Automata, and then you like got into a spot where you should be able to like roll for Malzahar 2. So the data is going to always look good on that.
也比较看外面的。
But I am fairly certain that Malzahar 2 is just good.
这边的话
But Malzahar 1,
有2个征服转，
I guess he can hold Morello.
好像也等不到转折呀，等不到9征服。这边刘诺手和瑞尔
哦，，它是有2个转的，它还有个铲子，它可以9征服的本来。
对，是有这个9征服的。
但它第2个转应该是后面才来的，没有大。
Is it stronger than Chemcog? Oh, the virulent virus or whatever. Not the virulent. Unleash toxins. Toxins cog.
铁皮心经很猛。
I mean, that thing averages straight 1.1.
怎么说质量碾压的？
It is basically as strong as 10 Rebel itself.
也是战胜不了。
10 Rebel itself and like basically right under 10 Enforcer. I mean, 10 Enforcer would be cog though because it would rob his items. But like the average placement, the EVP of it is 1.1.
是亮的特斯拉的，
Like 99.5%.
特斯拉这边也在看，估计
top 4 rate, like 95% win rate. It's like that. It's like that level.
原生的蓝发，
Rebel Warwick.
这把打完，特斯拉的积分应该是稳的。
I mean, sure.
对，遥遥领先了，已经吃了一把鸡9分24分，他现在
What is it?
站稳玉和
It's a perfected item
是。就这一
that
把
every
包括
time
好像
you cast, you deal an AoE stun and like a cloud of poison damage.
对，然后这边
And so because Kog'Maw spam casts so much,
也是哦，拿下了
he ends up
第
just
二个
AoE
恭喜
permastunning the
大
board.
大小队再次吃鸡，恭喜恭喜！
What ends up happening is Kog'Maw
他
casts,
选到那个蓝
and then a
蓝发
purple
抓
cloud goes through, stuns, does AoE, and then he just casts again and basically does like a non-stop waves of
正好
AoE
而且正
stunning.
好是他给了个加冕礼
I can just show you guys real quick. I'll run ads and I'll show you guys during the breaks. That way, maybe some people who are watching aren't far behind. I'll keep the content going. BRB.
还有金克斯来的也很关键。
Basically, you take Kog'Maw, and then you go
站稳玉这把也是，虽然说被断了，
perfected, unleashed. It still averages a 1.1.
对，选秀来个新人
Oh my, 92, 90, 99, 99.2, 95. But like, oh my god, isn't this actually just filthy?
Man, I'm
shit.
getting more dogged again.
It's such an insane combination. It might be the strongest non 3-star 5 cost thing that's ever existed. Like combination of items and unit.
感觉
It is disgusting.
OK，让我们看一下精彩回放。
Even time, thanks for the prime. Appreciate the 4 months, man. It is actually absurd. And if you look at perfected unleashed toxin on anybody else, like it's a humble 1.6,
刚那个设计
which is way more beatable. And then like like on anybody else, it's still like auto win, but this is like
恭喜特斯
the
拉
auto win of all auto wins. It is unbelievable. And the thing is, star level
登顶成就啊！然后虎牙队直播间即将发
star level with this guy, like doesn't even matter,
真的
right?
自选的塔方
If you have Kog'Maw 1, if you have Kog'Maw, like literally a Kog'Maw 1, it's a 1.2.
大人口的时代，
It's 97, 93. Like it just doesn't matter, man. You just get that on Kog'Maw. That's how auto win it is. You could literally have Kog'Maw 1, which is I just win the game.
战利品金是 你包括这个版本就加强一些
It's actual Exodia. Actual Exodia. Just to give you a frame of
白
reference.
油城现在优先级会特别高，但是如果说你是一个
But if Kog'Maw gets sniped by something like Jinx, you die. I'd be surprised if Jinx could cast.
还是会就是没那么顺吧。
I think I actually think that to beat it, you need something like 10 Enforcer to just take his items.
城邦是
Or to Zephyr it, and then like in the Zephyr, you have a Spectral Cutlass like ready to go. You know what I mean? Just like you have to cheat, like Spectral Cutlass cheesing it.
很高的城邦，
对的，还是比较利好。
This is loot sub.
低费吧，战利品订阅。毕竟你如果说会给奥恩装啊、辅助装之类的，比如说开局大家多一个神器，对吧？那你什么梦魇啊，
Like there's just no way you can beat it otherwise.
说有没有机会能看到一把好久不见的青钢影？
是的。
这边有一张小卫，选择大棒开的话，选择上两个节。
Game is popular, sure, but it's still a niche game because it's an auto battler compared to the industry giants in esports. It doesn't compete. Bro, please. There's a difference between the giants and a niche game. A niche game, in my book, would be a mostly unknown game with 4,000 active players. I play those games. TFT is popular. No, you're both right. You're both right. It's not like there's a definitive, because it's kind of arbitrary based off the relative things, the relative range that you're trying to set. TFT
这边是有炼金牌啊，有一张
TFT is a massive game compared to strategy games in
看
general.
他会不会刷个炼金短什么的。
有机会。
That is a fact.
这版本的炼金还是挺强的，就是你能炼金开连麦。
TFT compared to other strategy
其实
games
被断了也500层了，他还没有
is one of the most popular games ever created of a strategy game. And that's objective truth.
哇，
But compared to what people consider themselves to be a gamer, like I'm gonna go visit my doctor tomorrow. I'm gonna start my stream late tomorrow. I'm gonna go visit the doctor tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream is gonna start in about 2 hours from now, 3 hours from now,
小卫的有来个家人之辉，要不要考虑拿一下？
or rather
微购这边还有一个
24 hours from now plus a few hours. I'm gonna go visit them. 2 of them play games,
感觉
and they will never have heard about Teamfight Tactics, and they might have heard about League of Legends
还是说
because they're like they're like doctors in their 40s.
个护盾猛击，
互动吗？
But I'm gonna go visit them. I know that they play games. They talk to me about Breath of the Wild. They talk to me about like Minecraft,
情报宝
and you know Call of Duty. They do not know anything about TFT, so that's like considered
它这
niche.
里好像
But
小只的专属
I don't know.
海
You
龟
go to any person that watches Twitch
是的
regularly,
是一个塔防
they probably have heard of TFT. They might even play TFT, and they might even love
闪耀
TFT.
闪耀精灵
But it's pretty niche amongst. It's still pretty niche even amongst them. Actually, Twitch is so huge now. I actually consider Twitch to be part of mainstream gaming culture now, because of and that's a good thing, by the way. People are making it sound like I'm like down talking TFT. That's actually a good thing,
挺舒服的连胜的链接
because that actually gives you the ability to own your own markets
这个两家链接
and
肯定会
flourish under your own niches. It's a good thing to be, because that means that the ecosystem is healthy enough for you to live in it without feeling like you have
这
to
边四铁血征服者开
diversify or anything like
物价
that.
是蛮高的
对
Anyways, that's all to say that
它这个物价是不是放后
yes,
台了
TFT is in a niche spot, but I still think it's a good thing.
它可能像
We're in a
国
good
家加强
position,
了
and we should be very happy about everything. Okay, Shield Bash. So this guy's gonna go into Sentinels of some
它这次
kind.
征服
Replication. I think someone took the Cambaran M+1 that we just saw,
感觉
so
都也是有
Cambaran every game, it just makes sense. It's the best comp in the
对
game
啊，我
for
在想当时
sure,
那种直接
like without a doubt.
它如果是一
I mean,
个
it did get second or
随
third
便
last
怎么说
game.
你看是
It was
不
a 10 rebel, but
开刀辅助
still,
的
on average, Cambaran spots are. I think in the hands of a good player, with a Cambaran emblem +1, it should be averaging in the twos if you're a good player.
其实蛮好的，但是就怕就是你
And then
这
what
另外一
doesn't
个
kill
就
you?
很尴尬
Okay.
是
I'm curious what this one doesn't kill you player wants to
是
play.
能变强走的连败
Renata every game. There's always a Renata player, there's always a Rebel player, and so far there's always been a Cambaran player.
哦对对对
Family has been hit or miss. We saw a family player go 8th,
啊
and then we saw a family player I think top 4. So
是
而且就别人他一开
That makes
一看
sense.
我都不玩，我有个专属，那我就直接定了。
反正玩这个东西再
TFT has a
差
huge gap to the number 2 of auto battlers. The number 2 of auto battlers is Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I don't think TFT has that big of a gap to Hearthstone Battlegrounds. The problem with Hearthstone Battlegrounds is that they.
那他五，
啊
那他好像5链金了呀。
The problem with Hearthstone Battlegrounds
他刚5
is that it's not making enough money.
5链级那他这二阶段被断了
Um,
好像也没什么
Mainly because
他应该肯定会被
people
断
who
的
play
因为
Battlegrounds
失败中变强嘛
actively cannibalize
然后自行车也在连败。
the people who play the card game. There's people who played Hearthstone Standard and the card packs who just stopped buying card packs and played Battlegrounds.
3连败
And in Blizzard's eyes,
就看这两个
that
决斗
player count
他其实
is meaningless because they can't make money off of that. Because they actively lost money making Battlegrounds, because to them it's the opportunity cost of like, well, this is a player who spent $50 per expansion. Now they're spending $10 playing Battlegrounds. So they actually minused or lost profits on that. And that's a really like, that's just a reality. Wait, this guy's getting griefed. Oh, he's getting griefed. Chem Baron got griefed. 5 Chem Baron on stage. Okay. Save the lobby? Not really. Well, Chem Baron, you can just restart it. 5 Chem Baron, he can just restart it and he's still gonna hit 500.
想玩炼金纯炼金爽局还是比较难的，毕竟
But yeah, like
这个
so
其他人就不会让你
that is actually true. And with TFT, that also was sort of being the case. Not really. The reality is the average dollar spent per user in League is actually really low.
这版本的链接
There's actually been case studies, not case studies, but there's actually been like panels and stuff done interviewing Riot about that, where like they were like there's people that approach Riot and they'd be like, Riot, your average revenue per user is really low. Would you be interested in like increasing that? Like, I hear some ways that you can do that, and like,
前台3个2
you know, bring me on as like as a finance guy. And Riot has intentionally like said like, no, we don't, like, because we know that we could squeeze out more revenue, but we would lose players, and we don't want to ever do that.
后排伤害就够了。
Like, I mean, sometimes they will be willing to make those decisions, but like they don't want to like straight up be like, yeah, we just want more money and we don't care if we lose like 30% of our player base to like double our profits. And you know, say what you want, like say what you want about Riot. They've definitely had really, really, really bad moments in the spotlight, but that was one moment where I just like fucking fist pumped and I was like, fuck yeah, like, God, finally, like, yeah, I just feel like every business keeps saying like, we'll do that deal. Like yes, deal. Like we'll lose 25%, 30% of our player base because we can like double our profits and like revenue and everything like that. And they're okay making that exchange, but Riot has on record said multiple times that they are not okay with that exchange, and that makes me happy. Like I understand that they're a flawed company in a lot of ways, but that makes me feel good. TLDR, we should be very, very, very thankful for the whales. We should be. The reason why they can say that is because they have whales who want to spend and collect everything. So if you're a TFT whale, you are some of my favorites of anybody. Like yes, like I appreciate all the people who like, you know, who do things for the community and whatnot, like tournament admins, organizers, blah, 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 but like the true MVPs are the giga whales in TFT, because they like it's because of that. Riot doesn't have to make things like you know what's happening in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. You pay for rerolls. You can pay money for rerolls. That is like upsetting to me. Like before, I was just like, whatever, I'll ignore it. But like that is like that to me is just I draw the line there. I am never gonna play Hearthstone Battlegrounds anymore. Like I think out of principle, I can't do that anymore. It's just stupid. You can pay for rerolls. It's because they're just having trouble monetizing, so they have to do something to try and monetize it. And that's just like, for me, philosophically, I'm just like, this is gross. Like I just can't do this. And I understand that it doesn't actually like the thing is, they keep saying like it doesn't move the needle much for the very best players, and that may be true, but like I can't support that, man. Another prismatic on 3.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Immovable objects. So what are we playing with? What doesn't kill? Is this guy just playing emissaries? He's holding Nami on the bench and playing like Swain Conquerors. Okay. Satch, welcome back. Has it already been another month? Satch, thank you. Welcome back. Just want to say you handled tech issues last weekend like a beast, and one of my favorite moments was your solo casting on the phone view from Soju's game. Really? I thought that was like one of the worst parts of the stream. I was like, this is so scuffed. It's like 180p. If that even is a resolution, and like the audio was terrible. I was just like, man, this is just like the worst. I was so stressed. Not to mention I have terrible posture, so like as I was holding the phone, I was like hunched over, and I was like, oh god, my back hurts. Fishbone's not. Oh, Artifactory. I mean, we've been waiting. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. I thought he had I thought he got like Fishbones and some of the other stuff. I mean, Fishbone's Prowler's Claw, does that actually move Nocturne very far? I mean, you actually don't mind the offensive stats on Prowler's Claw. It still gives you a lot of base stats, which is good. Oh, it does. Oh, actually, that's a problem if our opponents have the DPS. Oh, yeah. See, we lost this fight. Oh, did we lose a fight? It's actually kind of close. TF2. Mana Zane now at a time like this? Okay, yeah. Why didn't you say it earlier? Close. Character rerolls, not shop reroll, but it's still gross. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I should make a differentiation. You could reroll. It'd be the equivalent of your augments. You could reroll your first augments on 2-1. Like reroll more of your augments, because it's like you pick your hero in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which is direction for like how you play the game. And I mean, honestly, hero selection is really important in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. And so it'd be like being able to reroll your 2-1 augment an extra time if you pay money, like if you pay like $1, which is like, I know not a big deal to some people. They're like, yeah, you know, whatever. I talked to some people about it, and they're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna play more now, because like I want to be able to pay for that advantage, you know. Based Giga Chad. Okay. Cool. You know who said that? Milk was like, honestly, I'm down, bring that to TFT. I'm gonna play more Hearthstone Battleground. Like Milk wants to pay. Milk wants to introduce pay to win to TFT. He's like, do that to TFT as well. I think he was joking, but I can't tell. Oh, this guy got Chem Baron and just
应该
sacked
是
it.
哨兵那边去了，哨兵大头
I
了。
see.
他应该也是没有什么就是炼金的这些基础牌吧。
他可能就直接去为了保血吧。
包括黑尾狗这边啊，但是黑尾狗
Paying for things that have a direct game effect should never be a thing. It's just pay to win. But some people really like that though.
应该是想玩
You know what else is pay to win?
应该还是外交吧，两条这样的这边，因为外交它
Social
纳美
status.
嘛，纳美船长乌鸦嘛。
Some people literally equate gaming similarly. Like pay to win is like social status to them, which is like the more you pay to win is more of like a flex of, and it's also like something that just helps you feel better. So like life and social status is pay to win. So if you and some people put gaming as a big part of the identity, that's why they like it. In Chinese mobile gaming culture, I literally sat in a boardroom one time with people who were I don't know if they were billionaires, but they were like probably up there. And like they would show me all of their mobile gaming accounts. They literally would pull up Clash Royale and they would pull up their gacha games. I think it was like, it wasn't Honkai Star Rail or it was like, what was before that? I think it was like Grand Blue Fantasy. They would pull up their accounts and they would just show me how maxed out they were in every game. In every game, they were like, "Here's $15,000 I spent on this, and this is worth 30 grand." And blah blah blah. It was like, to them, it was like NFTs. They're like showing me a digital collection of like how much it was worth, and to me, it was worthless. I was like, okay, but they were so proud of it, man. They were like, "Isn't that awesome?" And I'm like, yeah. And then later that conversation, there was like, we were trying to approve like a budget, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. We have more money than God. Literally their words. I'm not even actually paraphrasing. We have more money than God. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't actually lead that meeting. I was just sitting in on it. But yeah, that was an interesting night. So yeah, like a $500 skin that like nope that the plebs can't have. Like 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up.
随便玩玩了，他分够了。
没事，他刀妹3了。那这样格子就放。
Silver on 4-2.
这边是健康财
Health as well.
还是没有梦魇的第2件装备啊，选择把卢登给卡牌。
1-2-5. You're not even gonna look at it? He's not even gonna look at the 5 cost he hit? Malzahar. That's weird that he would like roll and then pick up the orb, but like whatever, it's not a big deal. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you get 70, right? You get 70 on 6. So he's actually gonna hit 500 exactly. Oh, wait. 1 life, 500 cash out. He's gonna take a lot. He's rolling now to get it out of the way. How much damage does he take? He takes like 18? No, 16? Okay. Oh, it's 8 base damage. It's stage 4. He couldn't die here. Before 8. Like, show his cash out. Show his cash out. Go to Li Tuchuan. Li Tuchuan. Perfected Ripper and Savika pair.
猎人肉者，猎肉者有加强吗？好像也有加强吧。
有加强，有加强。
这里还是得地质量。猎肉者应该也不稳。
那猎肉者要给谁？给谁
Isn't Perfected Ripper the worst one?
能2的话，
I mean, they did buff it, but
感觉他这里是比较急。
I guess you have to put that on Smash. Okay, I mean, it still should be good. It still should be good. It should win. It should win this stage. It should win this stage. The thing is, I don't think this is infallible. Like, I don't think it's like a complete 100% auto win. I wonder what the stats are post patch. Let me see. They did buff this, right?
暂时还行。
Yeah, it still should win. But let me just pull it up. So Perfected, Flash Ripper.
对的。
Yeah, it's like not auto win. It's 60% win rate, 80%. This is on the new patch. But it's better than last patch. Last patch it was. Okay, it's basically the same. It's basically the same. It's like 3% better, which is one. It's like 5%. It's like 5% better. What is going on here? Double crystal? It's a visual bug.
执法官大队
There's a lot of visual bugs in TFT now. Like, you know how come they haven't fixed the orb pickups
三星船
where you
长
sell a
的
champion, there's a lingering champion on your bench, or like the delayed appearance, and they give me 1 second to react? Like, come on, man! Like, that needs to be fixed. That's actively affecting my enjoyment of
因为这
TFT.
边因为是互动
I think I'd actually forgive balance misgivings more than that. That thing tilts me. Like I'm actually much more resilient to balance misgivings, like Artifactory Nocturne,
这个
than
刚才
that.
收的真的有点尴尬
I thought that was my
这边拿去
computer.
了
Yeah, like I thought maybe like oh my graphics card sucks. I need to update it. It's just a visual bug with TFT.
他这个强化强化就要考虑要选择给谁啊？这是个值得思考的问题。
All right, here we go. Anomaly.
有机会
That one was damage amp. It's Avarice. This is gain 2
这个要
items.
不要考虑呢？
Dual wielding.
也不要。
Oh, there's a mana one. Or no, actually, was that?
对标一般。
What is he looking for? He's looking for something for Smeech, right? Because the perfected.
哦，直接选择这个
Which one's this one? It said 15%. I don't remember. I think is that a tank one?
这边是一个巨大化的位，2星的位。
Oh, it was execute. Got it. It's utility. Oh, okay. I can see it. I can see
有
it.
个执法转，但是没有低费的执法卡，以及包括没有女警，所以开不出来8执法，
I can see it.
选择去拼一个4执法的拼多多。
Whoa. This guy's flex
这个
gaming.
黑色玫瑰选择蜘蛛大号
Enforcer emblem, 4 Enforcer Vi, Coronation, Giant size Vi, the Jai Vi.
哦，这边的位看着
Looks
很
like he
大
went 8th.
但是马上要倒了，
Yeah. He went 8th. Okay.
Well,
Well, cool board, I guess.
与此同时，这边李福川又赢了一波。
他那个就必须得递到2星赛维卡，可能才。
哎，
Yeah. Okay, Mel, not bad, not bad. That's really good for the Chem Baron player. Holy cow.
因为没有
That's
2星
huge.
赛所以
He has 2 lives now.
主要他要是用那个的话，用史密奇的话，他必须得开个2伏击。
It's actually a feature because in Arcane, the past and the future blend in, hence your champions appear late on the bench and linger when you sell
这
them.
边大俄玉还是选择玩蓝发小队，因为前期
Yeah, it's a
打得比较
feature.
早哦，这边又一张金克斯，
2 5 costs, Gold Orb.
这里就是想和一个蓝发转，看有没有。有，那还
We have an open spatula.
有没有？
Okay, loot subscription is a support item.
还有个铲子呢。
This guy is very healthy. He's actually so healthy with Jinx 1, Zoe 1, and Alawi 1.
哇，俄罗伊就一张，
He just probably tempoed really
这边
hard.
顶不住啊。
He has Rebel Emblem, so he's got Spatula, Rebel Emblem, Open Tier.
蓝发小队
So we have Adaptive. Goes for Zeke's. Really good as well. And Adaptive Zoe. Wow. Wow, it actually worked out
完美
awesome. Worked out awesome.
3星是围棋了，
三星
Oh, this guy hit Speech 3. Okay, that should be good enough
刚好没几张。
That should be good enough
对啊，怎么突然就3了？
to win the game. Oh, Speech almost
有
died.
点完美了。
Oh, Artifactory. Now, if this was a Nocturne 3,
狼人也是不要了。
wait a second. If this is Nocturne 3 and he actually had like didn't have Prowler's Call to troll, I think he probably could have won
因为
actually.
日月的，哦，这
And
边
Li Tuchuan also is trying to stack up Mel. I think he's one more round away from getting
炼
Banished
金
Mage.
哦不是炼金，是莫甘娜
So
炼金还差一张，
剩下一张就不管了，等他变吧。
so that was the time to actually kill him.
怎么说？
I feel like China consistently corners Renata. Is anyone else noticing the same thing? They don't actually play bottom center Renata. Is that because they don't know, or that's because that's better? He still has a second life. No, he just played Mel a turn ago, so he still needs like one more turn
绿的蓝发小队，
to get her because she casts 3 to 4 times per fight. I think 4 on your after 4 fights is guaranteed. 3 fights is like
蓝发是
sometimes.
顶不住啊，直接被涅拉塔过了前排。
You still have second life.
涅拉塔的盾还是很厚
I thought perfected Ripper cat triggers on percentage
差
health.
一点点
Am I misunderstanding? Let me see. Maybe it's perfected. Maybe it's perfected. Let me look at Flesh Ripper real quick. Perfected Flesh Ripper.
是用了一个蜘蛛当时是用。
对，蜘蛛刀
After dropping below 40 HP, become briefly untargetable and restore 100% max HP. So it actually had restored max HP because it was at like 10% health or something like that.
双星
It's basically the way I always viewed it was like
船长
like Edge of Night.
对，我感觉还是挺需要4双型去补伤害的船长。
Perfected one revives you.
看看杰斯什么时候来了。
Read the perfected bonus. Oh, you're actually you might be right on that. Perfected bonus upon dying the first time revive. Oh yeah, okay, got it.
也是
Never
个
mind,
反
you're right,
转
you're
有
right.
可能
I've only played that cash out
但如果
one
得三
time.
的话很厉害，他这个
This guy's
比较大
dead.
嘴
6海格斯加强蛮多的。
Yeah, you know what? It might not be
比较大
corner.
嘴
It might not be
其
corner
他如果
Renata.
全三的话
Also, what was his augment setup?
然后比较大嘴，其实他如果能全三的话，
Pandora's bench on 4-2. Pandora's bench on 4-2 usually is its AVP's got to be super low.
天使，不算
It just
是
means that you're in a
大
desperate
也需要一个补
situation.
装备这边的话
A very
会有拿
very
一个
desperate
金星
situation.
日月这边不知道拿啥了，拿了个银血，他那边有个2星卫，可以给卫补个装备。自行车的话，自行车这边是薄木法宝，这边的话，哦，他是梦魇主 C，他没有破防，正好这个薄木法宝给他补一下破甲。
Two automata
哇，
emblems.
梦魇还有2张，还差2张。
Automata Warwick. Wrong 6 god. If he found Mel, this setup is game winning.
是哦，3个都好晚。
Mana Zane,
机器人
Automata,
这3
Mel.
主 C 给他缓了一大波血。
Holy shit! Like I'm just thinking about it. Automata, mana. Let's put that in. Let me just put that in real quick. Mel,
现金力图穿
Automata emblem, 6 Automata
应该是死不掉吧？
on Mel. All right, we're at 1.8. Mana Zane
对，
on Mel, 1.2.
俄罗伊好像也扛不住啊。
我应该还不
That's a 1.2 average placement.
还有
Just Mana Zane Automata Mel, let alone put a third item on her. Oh my god.
02杠1海克斯烂了，其实他过渡本来挺舒服的。
You think that's enough to take down Smeech 3? Like imagine if he did hit that. You think that'd be enough to take down Smeech 3 with Perfected Ripper?
嘴差2张，梦魇差2张。
It's hard to tell, right? Oh, it's hard to tell because
出2张
it's entirely possible Smeech jumps on the Mel
装备的话选
and then
择
kills
拿
her
卡利灵活给蚂蚱
because Mel dashes and Smeech jumps on enemies. Sample size 4, sample size 23.
对啊
Sample size 23. It averages a 1.26, 100% top 4 rate, 78% win rate.
那下把会很激烈。
是下把的分数竞争，除了特斯拉吧，特斯拉还好一点。
Diamond
但
plus.
是竞争还是比较激烈的。
是1月21分。
You roll for Cog 3 and Nocturne reroll? You can.
下把感觉就是日
You
月
can.
包括上面怀加的4位选手，这5个人这3个名额了。
嗯，
感觉
It kind of the Cogma and Nocturne lines kind of blend in together because you ultimately still want the same thing, which is 6 automata, and you just play Cog. And if you play Artifactory, Cogma ends up holding some pretty crucial artifacts that you can't use otherwise. Like if you get Lichbane. Yesterday I played Lichbane Wit's End, and that was totally fine. And then you just
来图来购这把打完。
because Kog'Maw is holding items, you duo carry, and like Akali 3 is not. Notice how he has Akali 3 and he still has no items on her. She's just not very reliable anymore.
13分
Since the nerf.
21分，前4的话
She's just not very reliable anymore.
24、25左右。
是的。看看这
Loot sub,
哦哟，
double
哦呦，自然之力啊！
这自然之力，
spat.
这把有大羁绊吗？好像没有。
He got a spat, so now he's
但是有
spawn.
些外交啊什么的，
对，
这个很舒服。那这样应该是稳的，他对吧？可以上个4伏击。
Okay, we tech into Sentinel.
回归
Sentinel's actually really good because you have so much HP from your Chem Barons.
怎么说？
还是轻羽，
5 Black Rose,
金克斯。
4 wait, is this just a thing? 5 Black Rose, 4 Emissary?
玫瑰转，
This is like the second time we've been. Wait, that
玫瑰也是要扣，可是第一只
5 Black Rose, 4 Emissary, 4 Sorcerer. The stats on it have to look good because you hit LeBlanc in order to do this. So it's like the AVP on this is pretty good, probably.
而且他的是
But this is the second time we've
高
seen
配
this.
合这个蓝盾嘛，蓝盾的高上性。
And it top 4'd both times. And this lobby is insane. This is Chem Baron cash out. This is 6 Automata Artifactory.
这样场面来看，
妖姬
I mean, the stats on 5 Black Rose is already 4.2. And if you add 4 Emissary,
还差1张，
interesting. That might be the tech I've picked up today.
其实都是蛮有上限的，
Savika too.
这把也是正好。
That might be the tech I picked up today. 5 Black Rose, 4 Emissary. That just sounds...
神器都就是
Doesn't that sound like even a more expensive version of Emissary already? Like,
前排机器人还能消化
You're already playing 4 Emissary, which is an insanely expensive comp, and then you have to add in 5 Black Rose on top of that. So you're saying I have to hit LeBlanc? It's Vlad, LeBlanc, Nami, and then who's your 4th Sork? Zoe? Has to be, because you're not playing Lux or Zyra. Oh, Swain. Oh no, you play Swain as a form swapper for Elise. So you play Swain. So it's those 4 units plus emissaries. So 4 emissaries plus the 4 Black Rose units plus Swain. Which is level 9. Am I understanding correctly? I mean, that sounds simple enough.
还是很有实力的，其实能打成这样。
确实。
5 Black Rose, 4 Sorcerer, 4 Emissary.
还有海格斯传。
It looks like it caps very high. The stats on it look really good, but again, it's one of those like survivorship bias things. Can you fit this on 8? Can you fit this on 8? How would you even fit it on 8? You need like coronation or something like that. Is it Mel? Well, on the 6 costs? Oh yeah, this guy didn't take Mel. What the heck? I think people just don't know this interaction yet. This is like the second time when we saw like good players just pass. I think they just don't know. They don't look at the stats. Isn't that actually a Giga Chad moment? They don't even look at the stats. I want to see if it's Chem Baron. Actually, me too. I wanted to see if it was good enough for Chem Baron.
双狂毒气木高过度的，对，它其实是来了神器工厂之后转成海克这样的体系，也是对，它是中途转的。
Expected Ripper. It does not look close. Looks like Chem Baron just clears him. Okay. What interaction? Automata emblem on Mel. That graphic is pretty cool. This one. The Jinx Vi. Oh wow. Jinx looks pretty unhinged. There's like the Caitlyn in the background. All right, I like that. Nice. All right, last game coming up. I think that was game 4 or 5, and then last game. We'll check on standings in between to see how things are going. Oh, winning boards. I didn't screenshot this. I usually screenshot it, and let me actually do that. I can do that during the break actually. So screenshot this. So the winning board was Chem Baron, Nocturne, Rebels, and Emissary, Black Rose. And then the standings. Tesla, 26 points. 3-1-1, 7. And then we have DG, RY, and Zusingcha. Pretty close between 2nd to 6th. Last place, this guy is drawing dead. All right, let me real quick during the break screenshot the winning board stuff so I can post these for you guys. Give me a sec. Anyone go bot 2 with Chem Baron? No one bot 2 with Chem Baron. Alright, and then game 1. Okay, all right, so what I do, if you guys missed this at any time, let me see, sub chat, stream notes. I usually post, say, CN, Arcane, Pro League, Qualifiers, day, or top 16. This is game 1.
没有
This is
奇
game
遇，
2. This
还有人
is
的惊
game 3.
没有奇遇。
Oh, I missed the encounter. And then game 4. You guys can check that out on my Discord if you
是
ever
老师给
are
到我们上
curious.
吧，
Let me
没有
look at it.
奇遇。
Oh, no encounter this game? Okay. Bedge. No encounter this game.
视角是给到我们上把，比赛吃鸡的李图川选手。
All right, last game. I'm still waking up actually.
哇，德莱文，二征服者。对面第一支有一个小卫，还有个德莱文。海库里面有张舵手。
Check this DM real quick.
眼泪魔烫。哇，这边蓝发小队，拉德外购的蓝发小队还蛮虎的，体系卡来的蛮。
All right, so no encounters. Finally, like a normal game.
搏击。
Seen Loot Subscription. We've seen Warwick's Hunger, Mel's Blessings twice.
法师开。
Or is it twice? I think it may have been one time.
希望留的卡还是像阿木啊，前排像阿木啊这种，后排像巴克斯这种。
是。拉克斯这个英雄。
二阶段能力比较强。
Okay, Rod, Glove, and Belt. Rod, Glove, and Belt. Prismatic start. Okay, we get to see what China takes here off of it. I mean, this is Living Forge. Tactician's Kitchen is something that I think you could take. Someone takes Level Up? Oh. On a no gold portal? Wandering Trainer. We got Pit Fighter, Artillerist, and Dominator. Oh, another Wandering Trainer. Dude, I think they just like gambling, man. I think China just likes gambling.
李图川这边有个稳一手，上进心可以吗？
看他的阵容方向。
Friday, I'm trying to climb this patch, and it comes like a hard force to climb. It might sound really boring, but I'm pretty sure one of the best lines to hard force is Black Rose Silco. But if you want like a slightly more interesting comp to play, you can also play Corki and play variations of Corki. You can play Emissary Corki if you're rich. If you're poor, you can play Sentinel Academy Corki. And that also lets you if you get a bunch of AP items, you can play Heimer. But it caps lower, in my opinion, than Black Rose, and sometimes you just don't hit Corki, and yeah, yeah, because it's just really hard to hit. And the front line sometimes is contested too. Okay, upward mobility, holding rebels, upward mobility into rebels. I mean, that guy's winning the tournament day, or he's winning today, so maybe he understands something that we don't. Pit Fighter, Dominator, and Artillerist. Okay. Morello Slam. So he's probably just playing into Dominators then. And I agree with that. Out of all these verticals, I'm least excited about Artillerist, and then I don't really care about Pit Fighter very much. They did buff 6 Artillerist. Has anyone played 6 Artillerist? Is it good? Actually, I could look at the stats. Last patch, if you played 6 Artillerist, your AVP was like a 4.5. Let me see. Yeah. Look at 6 Artillerists on 23. You average a 4.6. And you might be like, well, that's all right. 4.6, like, on 6 Artillerists. You need 2 emblems. You need 2 emblems to hit 6 Artillerists. Hello. Ooh. Ward cards. Can you hand me something? Yeah, look at this chat. Holographic foil League of Legends trading card game cards. Very cool. Very cool. Well, now I guess I play too much Black Rose. I just hate it now. I only go for the conditions are perfect. Yeah, me too. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat. And I think yesterday, I kept saying like I should just play Black Rose from here, and I kept not doing it, and I kept going bot 4. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do any of that today. If it's a spot where I need to do, I just need to climb and play that stuff. Because yesterday I kept taking like the cooler line, and I bought 4 like a lot. I'm not good enough to play the cool lines and top 4 with it consistently. The YBYs and the Gistos of the world can do that. Actually, I did take Worth the Wait and go Camille 4. That was pretty hype yesterday. I got Camille 4 yesterday, and I won out. That was pretty dope. Trenchcoat Violets. Yay. That combo is pretty sick. Card opening streamer now. Nah. Not yet. I haven't gotten bored of TFT that much. Card opening. It's basically just another variation of slots, isn't it? I feel like everyone is. I think your win rate is lower on card openers actually. I'm pretty sure your win rate is higher on slots than it is on card pack openings. This guy is he's upward mobility into Black Rose. It's like one of those, so I don't know if you guys saw in the news, but Balatro has recently got its rating changed. Its age rating changed to 18 plus. And the maker of it got really pissed because the reason why is because it has poker elements of it. I play a lot of Balatro. So it has poker elements of it because you play like flush and straights and full houses. But that's like pretty much where it stops. Like basically they use poker terminology, so it's like essentially teaching you things about poker. So because of that, it got like a gambling theme, so it got rated as 18 plus. And the owner of it the maker of it got really annoyed. So he basically flamed the people who rated it, and also said like, well, it's kind of dumb because because the microtransactions and monetization of like card pack openings where you can just basically gamble on things like FIFA and whatnot. And yet it's like the average rating is 3 plus because it's like soccer themed or football themed. Sorry, European viewers. I get kind of the same vibes from like Pokemon card openings. It's just like this is like 3 plus, but in reality, it's actually like getting kids hooked on gambling. Oh, it's a Nocturne game. Oh, nice. Not bad. And we have an Automata emblem. Thumbs up. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. It's pretty silly. Double standards of it. I don't know about Balatro, but I just checked Google search. Already looks like a gambling game. I mean, I'm pretty sure you and the rating committee both thought the same thing. You know what? I think mango beef might be on the board for the I forgot what the exact name of the board is. Let me actually look it up real quick. PEGI. PEGI. Adults only. What does PEGI even stand for?
金色里面就是给一个辅助装，随机给的话也不会差到哪里去。
直接收了，他也是没想着玩。我说的那种，收个200层啊，什么300层、200-300层。
Basically, what that means is that it's an adult-only game. Okay, this guy's cash. Oh, is he playing? He's just playing Chem Baron for 1 cash for like the tempo and items. Sometimes you can if you go for 200, you can high roll the Shojin. Virulent virus. Virulent? Pandora's Bench? Is he rerolling Renata actually? No way, not with Morello. Not you would never make Morello as your first item if you're playing Renata. It's too important for Archangels and a belt item for frontline. There's just no way. Rel 2?
想收点质量。
他是收了2星神器。
这里是
I'm pretty sure you're never supposed to take Pandoras on 3-2 unless you're in an incredibly rich spot or. Wait, what is this augment?
这里就
I don't recognize that
这
augment.
把
Wait, what? What is
有
that?
一般啊。
很一般，感觉没什么。
Automata.
这里是
Virulent is correct. Okay.
火炮，然后这装备怎么
Pan European game information. Oh, PGI, PEGI, Peggy.
这个梦魇做装备嘛。
大件就做无尽嘛，然后之前他装备要不消化一下。
应该是前面再输，赢应该会做的。
主播赢了。
I watched my friend hit the pay timer to get Jinx League skin. Played one game and hasn't played since. You know what? I mean, those players are what keeps the lights on. So, I am very much okay if that's the way. I wouldn't want. I mean, it's funny to make fun of that, but I would say that those kinds of players are what keeps TFT alive. So.
不需要蚂蚱，就海格斯了。
是的。
And you notice multiple of the same component dropping more frequently, or is that just me? I mean, yesterday, you guys watched me yesterday get item screwed like 3-4 games in a row. Where it was like, okay, all I need is one offensive component and I'm good. And I dropped cloak. I was forced to pick up cloak on the carousel. It was cloak, last 2 options. And then cloak vest drops on creep rounds. And then I'm just screwed. And thankfully, I got Artifactory or something, so it bailed me out. But like, I definitely felt like I noticed that.
还行。下一波能再刷一个花纹装备，这样有点。
特斯拉的上进心，连败上进
Okay, we got Soko.
无尽千里。对，那这么一想，他是不是有点后悔收了？
This is like the gain AP after casting,
他
right?
第2个好像是选秀拿的吧，全套选
Something like that. I don't know. Or gain AP every few seconds. I don't remember.
有可能还是可以带到。
I rarely take this one.
这个装备。
他这个装备
But it looks like he's just playing it for generic tempo. I need to get some water after this.
自行车这边留的牌也是黑色玫瑰加机器人嘛，这边还有蒙多。
Actually, I'm gonna go grab it now because I sense a headache coming, and that's usually from dehydration.
刺客刀。
And I shouldn't wait till I'm feeling it to be worse. Wow, trench coat and prowess. Wait, is that even good?
这种神器。
I'm not entirely sure. You want like the health triggers on trench coat.
老鼠的话，菜把弓，
正好
做羊刀。
就实验品转嘛，实在不行的话，做不了对转就做实验品转。这边来购是合了个大天使，可以卡牌。
这把是没有人玩哨兵亮塔的。
没有，毕竟可能彩色开嘛，可能都想求一下上限。
又收了，收了一个复制器，
这个是复制
炼金
器
复制器，直接卖了换钱了。
这边上进心的特斯拉，
选择玩一个飞机，应该是在外交和哨兵之中摇摆。
哎，但是他来杰斯了，怎么说？但是哎呦，他刚才有一张那个俄洛伊，但是把它卖了，可能就是玩外交飞机啊。
是的。
但是装备有法系装。
这一波刷的很多。
纳米2。
也是外交也可以消化法系装。
通常是给蓝佛吗？
是的，那也可以给纳美先用着嘛。其实像蜘蛛这种卡也可以留啊，但他没有选择留啊。
主要他要上杰斯，你有个2双星，没有选择上。
其实就是如果你用飞机的话，一般就是比较公式的，因为你卡位不够。但是如果说你后排不用飞机，对啊，你可以用别人。其实但你来杰斯之后，杰斯和飞机它其实就是一个上下位吧，它就是一个上下位，就是你杰斯就是飞机的。
I feel like people undervalue silver Pandoras. I think it's really good on 2-1. I think 3-2 is like questionable. I think 4-2 is like almost always wrong. That's just because I feel like I just don't know a situation that you would take it on 4-2. Maybe if you like hit Victor or you hit like Warwick on 4-1 and you really want Mel or something like that.
没有要偷情的话，有电刀，他要了一个终身黄铜，还要个巨大伙伴，这里也是巨大伙伴。
巨大伙伴，毕竟假人也可以吃到嘛，收益还挺高的。
又同理，3黑莓。
同理，3黑莓。
You hit the 0.1 something% odds, you get it for 1.
李图川的恶意货币化，黑鱼购透体莲花，自行车的巨大伙伴，加州外购又来一个海克斯转。
What is Warwick True Biss? I have no idea. Today I want to try to play a Warwick game. A game where Warwick is actively a member of the team, not like okay, I'm playing Chem Baron and I splash in Warwick or something.
挺好，他这边有个统领的装置，正好铁皮来了可以6统领，还可以挂个3黑莓。这没有转职的话，你要是开6统领是不会挂不了3黑莓。
Adaptive Helm Draven. Huh. Fish bones on Warwick has got to go crazy. Well, now I'm curious. I actually have never really looked up what Biss Warwick is, because my impression of Biss Warwick is that Thief Gloves is his best item. Okay, best items on Warwick: Chem Baron emblem, which I've seen before. Automata emblem, Edge of Night, trench coat, runins, Thief Gloves. Oh, so it's probably like Edge of Night, runins +1. I mean, Deathblade's obviously good. Staircase is obviously good. But there's no like eye popping true Biss Warwick.
所以他选择这个恶意货币化也是考虑到这个原因嘛。
He's really good with. Oh, you know what it is? Warwick's really good with some of the like melee. He's actually might be the best holder of a lot of the melee perfected items that you don't really want.
被第一只拿到。日月的这个巨大巨人。
Like the Flesh Ripper.
他想拿什么？跟不上了，他想拿这个老鼠。哦，跟上了。这边来头外购，来了一个黄虎腰带。
What was the Warwick combo? Static Shiv plus Warwick. What exactly does the Black Rose Silco board look like? I can't find any guides, lol. Wow, I'm really glad you asked. You can't find any guides, huh? Man, you know what? Someone should start a utility website to master your skills in teamfight tactics and uncover the latest trends in the meta. Wait a second. TFT Academy is the brand new utility website to master your skills in teamfight tactics and uncover the latest. Whoa! Amazing. Wait, they have tier lists for comps, items, and augments? Okay, but this is so much to look at. Can I just look at something like Black Rose? Whoa! You play Black Rose in all of these? Oh, there's not. Well, there's an anomaly. Okay, first pick. Silco. Wait, this guy's playing Silco Black Rose. Oh, just like in the stream. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, what if I don't want to play Black Rose Dominated? What if is there other variations? Wait. Oh, Black Rose Elise backline carry? The Black Rat? Twitch Black Rose? Holy, this website's awesome. Man. Nuts.
牌来了，对，可能就来牌嘛。
主要他6级课好像也没装备分啊，他这个6级课。黑妹狗这边，那合了个黑莓转吗？
对。
You are an aspiring actor. I'm not aspiring to be an idiot actor. Believe me. Believe me, I am not a good actor. And you know what I'm not a good IRL actor. And you know what I'm even worse? I might be WIS voice actor. Oh, GP3 form swappers. Be like, huh, GP3 form swappers, that's new. Surely TFT Academy doesn't have that either. Wrong again. Form swapper GP3. Form swapper flex. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, this website has everything. You know, you know what comment offended me the other day? I read a Reddit comment. I almost got one guide on Reddit. it said TFT Academy is always like 2 days behind anyways. Just use Meta TFT. No, and I was like, all right.
这里来团购太变态了。
哇，真露眼，就不用跑前面，直接在后面 A 人。
I almost got one guide by that. I generally have a policy trying not to comment too much on on Reddit, and that guy almost one guide me. I was like, you know what? You right. You right. Where Meta TFT that says Renata's a C tier comp. Yeah, use that website. Amazing. I mean, okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Meta TFT is a great website. I met Guthers again at Macau. Chill guy. No, I actually have a lot of love for the Meta TFT people, as you guys know. But like the comp, if you were looking at the stats website, you would never know Renata was a good comp. And we had that updated. We were updating it literally in real time. I was watching scrims at Macau, and it was updated in real time, defining the meta. And do you know what? Do you know why the stats improved on things like on Renata and other comps? Do you know why the stats improved? Is because people were looking at websites like TFT Academy because they were playing it, and that improves the data and the play rate. I'm not saying, and sometimes I just straight up like, okay, the stats say this. Like for example, before the B patch, I saw that Violet was performing really well without having played any games. So I'm like, okay, well this has to be S tier. So it's doing really well. So it does. Sometimes it does end up going like it's like the chicken and egg type of situation where it's like one person goes before the other, and who knows. So sometimes that does end up happening. But I feel like it's a give and take. You're supposed to use both. You're not supposed to just be like, well, it's just TFT Academy. It's never these stat sites. But it's also not these stat sites don't use this site either. If you're a good player, you use both. Yeah. They have 6 Dominators at C tier 2. Yeah, the thing is, I think 6 Doms is not C tier either. It's definitely A tier. The thing is, the reason why 6 Doms is doing bad is because I don't think you're supposed to re-roll Ziggs. Or rather, you're not supposed to stay at lower level to play re-roll Ziggs. You're supposed to push levels for Mordekaiser. So I think people are playing it wrong. But 6 Dominators is really good. Okay, this guy is going 8th with 6 Dominators. Or going bot 4 with it. Hey, actually, is he? He just hit Mordekaiser too. But part of it is that he's stuck on 8. He's stuck on 8. It's middle of stage 5, and usually you're trying to push level 9. But he did hit Mordekaiser too. Oh god, no Quicksilver. Now he won. Yeah, 6 Dominator is really good. Ziggs from Caretakers is best? Yes, I agree. I think Ziggs is a tempo reroll comp. I talked about it a couple times, but tempo reroll comps are becoming a thing now in TFT. It's happened every single set. In the past year, basically, the past year and change. Every single set, there's like 1 or 2 comps where you'd rather. It's like a Caretaker's ally type comp where like you want to hit it while pushing levels. I'm not entirely sure what to call it other than a tempo reroll comp. We have to think. I need someone who's like better at like naming conventions to help me figure out what that actually should be called. A high roll comp? Yeah, sure. Trist Emissary? Yeah, Trist Emissary is kind of like that too. Yeah. Ask Riot, they have great naming sense. Yeah, with such bangers like 2xKO. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I talked about this before. The first time I heard the name Teamfight Tactics, I thought it was kind of dumb. Like, introducing Teamfight Tactics. And I was like, what? Actually, even the name League of Legends is also a little cringe. You have to admit. The name League of Legends is a little bit cringe, too. Ugh.
这里果然是给喂着了一个异变。
不知道是长
Oh,
得
that was a joke. Okay, sorry, I
看
missed
这
the
个钩子
junkie,
里
but
头
yeah,
血量不
and
下
it's hard to it's hard to tell
还
tones.
是比较一般的，是没有特别好。
League of Legends is 100 times
精准地把
worse.
妖姬给切死了，有点会
I
跳
mean,
的
we're so used to it at this point, though.
张威这边是赢下了关键一局，然后李图川又输了一波，
嗯，
第一支冒火了，
Holy cow, it's actually really close. 8-5-2 for top 3 versus 5th.
还真是。
And I think a lot of these players. Oh, actually, a lot of these players are on the cutoff.
哦不对，
This is the last game. A lot of players are on the cutoff.
他走位好，他没有碰来头
I mean, this guy just
来头外勾，这太夸张
dumpstering
了。
everybody. Prismatic pipeline into
直法转，
RFC double. I don't get how these Nocturne players always have, on average, 1.5 automata emblems.
下了一这波是碰的场上最强的来头外勾，
这个打不了，看风衣完有没有机会吧，毕竟是双风衣的。
It's like bad enough that they get like the artifact stuff, but like
太完美了，
they just somehow always have
第一支这边
they just somehow always have at least one, maybe two automata emblems.
应该就是四福川第一支。
What will the Riot MMO be called?
这波的话打完之后名次已经
Raid Fight Tactics. I mean, let's just be real. The MMO ain't ever coming out.
是的，
I hate to break it to anybody who's holding out,
最后的提升，
but I personally believe that the MMO is much more has a higher likelihood of being canceled than actually coming
上
out.
10了，他现在就想找一张6费卡。
By the time it comes out, aren't we on like a completely different generation of like engines, and who knows if the genre even completely evolves by then? If like because an example that I could use,
对方的船长，
I'm glad that it's out now. It feels much safer to joke about this, but at one point I wasn't sure if Reynad's card game, The Bazaar, was ever coming out because it actually changed twice,
但是
I believe, in terms of its initial outset, like what he wanted to be. I played the very first version
这边
of Reynad's card game in 2016 at DreamHack. He showed me the physical card game version, and it's very different than how it's played now.
打这种有水银的应该是
打不了，
Actually, maybe at one time it dramatic. Maybe he would define it as one-time pivoting, but like it changed like a lot in the course of the 7 years of development, and it's a good game now. So I'm happy that it's out, so I can joke about it now. Oh, this guy knows he has meld with automata. Okay, huge.
嗯，
Thank you. If finally somebody kind of we get to show you how insane this combo is. I mean, he already wins anyways because his automata setup is really gross, but now it's like
船长打的还行，
very
有
over.
水银啊，
对，梦魇不受控制啊，
Well, it didn't like show you how. Did it actually visually show you how much damage it's doing? Cast. Oh. Well, it looked like it didn't. It looked like it's not doing as much as Nocturne and everything like that, but I promise you, it's actually really good. It's proccing a bunch of instances of automata.
这边也是来头外勾已经上到了9人口，日月这边也就是差个2星铁男，
Huh. Level up Titanic Titan. I mean, level up Titanic Titan has good synergy, so you can like stall out and like go for the high levels.
17连胜
But I do think no encounter level up is a little bit on the sketch side, unless he opened up gold opener with items and I didn't see it. But I don't think he did, because I remember we had someone slam Morello tier, and I was like thinking that it has to be 3 items. It's a little bit sketch to do that. Level up no econ.
直接差点把西哥切死。
It's against the stats, is what I'm trying to say, and there's no stats to be had, so it's just pure speculation. But I'm pretty sure that play historically has not been very good, or that setup historically has not been very good. Level up no econ.
前面2把梦魇地的比较差，还有我这有把围城记的李图川硬嘛，你给主 C 多一点装备，相当于
All right.
是个增伤的。
I think, you know what's sad? I'm pretty sure this guy couldn't make it. I think he was the one guy eliminated,
我们登顶的
and he made it anyways. Or sorry, and he won anyways.
对，这也是高手的理解，确实
Yeah, so he couldn't make it, and he got 9 points, so he has 22. So a little bit unfortunate. And so it looks like the top 4 is well, look at that. The guy flamed in set 10 won another day of competition. RY Ruye, Tesla, D E Zhi, and Li Tuchuan. Come.
值得学习。
好，看一下我们最终的积
Here we
分。
go went dead last. I used to think Here we go was like really, really good, and I still think he's pretty good. But man, he's been kind of
27分
getting cooked in a lot of these tournaments.
25分。以上这4位选手也会晋级到我们明天门票争夺战
All
的
right.
第2轮。然后
So,
5到
if
8
you
分
guys
结束
want to
22
see the
分
games,
22分，战文于21分，以及
you can join my
13分
Discord. I post things under
4位
stream
选手
notes.
就比较遗憾了。
Right, I do this for like a bunch of different. I used to do it way more often when I was watching a lot of
后面还有 TOC
tournaments, but tournaments, as you guys know, have slowed down a lot since Worlds because we've had only Macau
是的，
since.
是的。
是不能打联赛的话，
All right, that'll be it for China. So if you guys are here to watch China with